think a good 50% of women in America are also pro-life.
A lot of women aren't.
All right. What's going on, guys? We got a lot of stuff to just laugh about. I know there's a lot of crap going on that's really irritating, but I figure it is Happy Friday, right? We're supposed to be happy. So, what up? Hey. Give a thumbs up. It's supposed to help with the freaking algorithm. That's what they say. So, I figure since it's Friday, everybody wants to freaking laugh, right? So, figured what the heck. Why don't we laugh?
Whites are. They're less likely to die at work.
It's not 11. I came early. Sup?
So the reason whites are doing well is because we cheated.
I'm sorry, hold on. I wasn't planning on going.
Way more Asian privilege than there is white privilege. Asians make way more money than whites. They're way more educated than whites. They are less likely to experience any kind of crime than whites are. They're less likely to die at work than whites are. I mean, the list goes on.
Yeah, they suffer from a different sort of racial stereotype.
Well, they don't suffer. They're kicking our ass. Everything you can say about white privilege is more true with Asian privilege.
Asian privilege, I wouldn't call it Asian privilege.
Well, it fits all the criteria of white male privilege.
What do you mean by that?
Did you know?
They get better jobs. They get better educations. No one sees them as threatening. Everything that you can say that whites cheated to get is more prevalent in an Asian society. Okay, let's drop that. I guess it's not going anywhere. How you doing? Can we talk to you for a second?
Yeah, sure.
So, what does your shirt say there?
It says America was never great.
What's your biggest
God.
problem with Trump?
All
Freed the
his
slaves.
views,
Can you name one?
He's sexist.
In what sense?
The fact that he doesn't support abortion and the woman's right to choose.
But I think a good 50% of women in America are also pro-life.
A lot of women aren't.
Right, but if 50% of a group is something, then
I'd like to see those statistics.
all right. Well, if hypothetically 50% of the women were pro-life, would it still be sexist to be anti-abortion?
I'd really like to see your statistics.
I know, but hypothetically, if I was
I
right.
don't go by hyphypothetical.
Well, we don't have a computer here.
What do you mean?
Look it up.
Everything on the left is hypothetical.
Yeah.
Freaking jerk.
Just like your
I gotta
theory
admit,
of
it is
gravity.
pretty brave to come here. I mean, the odds of you getting punched are pretty high.
I know.
Are you gay?
I am queer.
Oh, you don't use the term gay?
Well, I'm not gay, I'm bisexual.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I've always been suspicious of bisexual. It seems like a phase.
Oh, well.
I see a lot of old bi people.
Oh, well. You're pretty ignorant.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go off track a little bit. Hey. Hold on one second. Him talking about being bisexual or whatever. So there's these group of friends, these dudes, they all became trannies. And for whatever reason, they decided to actually start looking into their mother's medical records. And guess what? Every single one of these guys, this group of guys that were friends that all ended up being trannies, they didn't know each other until they became trannies. They looked at their mother's medical records, and all of their mothers were taking a lot of estrogen before they were pregnant and while they were pregnant. What the fuck? That's a little tidbit I didn't know if anybody knew about.
White people are evil. White people suck. We should be ashamed of ourselves. And
I don't think we should be ashamed of ourselves. I think that we should take responsibility for the system that we've created.
the best system in the world?
Oh, we do not have the best system
Who
in
has
the
a
world.
better system?
There are many European countries that are much better off
Oh,
than
you
us.
mean like the European countries with a higher density of whites, like Northern Europe?
Yeah, it
That's
is
what
Gavin
You
McGinnis.
don't mean Turkey.
No.
You don't mean Eastern Europe with the communists. So the only time you can come up with a system that's better than America, it's a country that's more white than America. I don't understand.
Sorry.
I mean, you're not supposed to say it, but one of the biggest problems with Jews is What the hell? What It's bleeding right now. Did you mean to do it that much? Such an ass.
Who's up for some unleavened bread? And to change the subject.
That was pretty good.
That was
Yes.
Answer this answer anyway.
Yeah.
He's gonna keep going with it to the end. I think he's really hurt.
I was gonna say the problem with Jews is there's not enough of them.
Gavin, would you support a Muslim American for president?
Hell no. If I was a feminist, I wouldn't be putting up white supremacy stickers. I'd be putting up stickers saying, "Get Sharia out of America,"
Exactly.
or "We don't want your burqas here."
Exactly.
Or, "Honor killings are dishonorable." That's a good one.
Burqas and hijabs, people can wear that. That's a religious expression thing. That's not.
Until they force you to, you dumb. Shut up, Johnny.
If
Shut
the
up.
burqa is just religious expression and it's perfectly fine, why is it black polyester in the Middle East? Why are you in a bin bag, as Billy Connolly puts it? Why isn't it flowing white gauze or a fresh cotton? It's clearly meant to punish the woman and make her suffer. And it impairs your vision. It's
I saw the
a form
whole
of
interview with
oppression,
this
but
chick. She
feminists
was
in the
just,
West seem
oh my
more
god.
concerned about high
So
heels.
it's
Which
like,
woman wears a choice. But
you're the
apparently
head
it's not a
of
choice.
feminist
It's
movement?
illegal not to wear one all over the
or magazine or whatever the
Sharia
hell
law
she is.
dictates a woman cannot show her body. He doesn't have time for racism either. If he's looking at a resume, okay, this is a new accountant. Oh, good, he's going to save us $250,000 a year in tax. Oh my God, he's that smart.
Thank God she didn't become our president. Can you, okay,
The guy's a living
can you think if Hillary would have been our president, how insane it would have been, just because we all know freaking China is the one that really hacked her emails and has every single fucking piece of her emails. Oh my God, they would have just taken over our country even more than they have already taken over California and parts of the West.
profit machine. Of course I'm gonna. Oh, he's a black man. Minimum wage.
Minimum wage jobs.
You're not supposed to raise a family at McDonald's.
You may not be supposed to be, but there are too many people that is their only option.
Oh, because illegal aliens have crowded out the
Not
market.
just that.
15 million illegals working cheap has surely affected
Oh yeah.
the bottom
The
line.
pay
So
wage, yeah.
If you're concerned about wages and the working class, you should be fighting illegal immigration.
Oh, 100%. Look how I don't know what happened with this. Hopefully this will fix. But no, look what happened with prepping that went up under Obama and everything before the presidency. Everybody, like, prepping was making billions and billions of dollars. And prepping is kind of went down. And not so many people are actually, oh man, really? This whole thing's going to be like this? Oh, there we go.
2017 resolutions
But after Trump became president, literally not so many people are, yeah, they have more money, but the prepping business did not continue to grow because people started to feel safer. Might be a false thing. Oh, who is this guy? This is Gavin McGinnis. He's hilarious. No, he doesn't. He's hilarious, man. It's like the uncle you wish you had. Fuck, or the dad.
America was never great for anyone who wasn't a white guy.
What?
Stop. Stop! I would like you to know what America was like for a white guy. First of all, we didn't steal the land from the Indians. We fought them for 400 years. Did a lot of bad, but had a lot of bad to us. That was just to establish it. Then we had to
Indians
have
are
a revolution
shit,
to get the British
man.
out. Then we had to have a civil war to end slavery. You know how many people died in that? 620,000 white guys died ending slavery.
Exactly.
Men being discriminated against.
Yes.
And the white didn't bring them here. Muslims and other blacks did.
Danger in the workplace to alimony payments to all these perpetual myths that like women make less money than men. And we accept it because we can take it on the chin. We're very nice guys. But
Yes, we are.
I'm getting sick of it. I'm getting sick of the way we're portrayed in sitcoms. I'm getting sick of the way fatherhood is trivialized and single motherhood is put on a pedestal because
Thank you.
it's bad for America.
When men
actually petition
look
for
at this.
for custody of their children, they're very likely to get it.
What? That's actually not true.
That actually is.
That is
Okay, see, I'm just gonna laugh. You see all these dumb feminists. I'm not trying to be a dick here, but maybe I'm gonna be. All these dumb feminists, they will have their morals, their values, what they freaking think, and then guess what? They go out to the bar, and who do they go home with? The biggest dick in the bar. The dude completely thinks feminists are stupid. That's exactly who they go for. And then in the day, they're sitting there. I'm fighting for women's rights because I'm a feminist. Yes.
It's a man at a woman's march putting on an American flag hijab. I mean, I think this has to be a t-shirt. What the hell? Do Muslims even want men to wear hijabs?
Oh my
Isn't
God,
that
what the
blasphemous to the culture? If you went to Saudi Arabia, you say,
I remember
"Hey,
that.
look, I have
Oh
a
God,
hijab on."
that was so
Solidarity
horrible.
with women of America.
It was like, dude, you are the biggest beta male in the world.
I have a sneaking suspicion, by the way, that these women are not Muslims. They just learned how to do a hijab, and they're doing everyone up.
Like
Totally
going to
irrational.
Beijing.
And there's this myth that they hate us because of our foreign policy or something. They hate us because we're infidels, and the Quran says destroy all infidels. Who's harder on Muslims?
What the hell? It went to
Muslims?
5. Now it shows
They're
there's one
totally
person here.
insatiable. I mean, you can have a burqa on in Saudi Arabia, and some guy's going to come up and go, "Really, purple socks?
And
Are you kidding me?"
you have the
Shocking. Statue that was at a
Sorry if they're
college
kicking
near
you guys
Boston. I
off.
think it's
Just
in
come
Wales.
back.
This sculpture is called the Sleepwalker, and people noted that it made them feel unsafe. Yes, students at the school argued that it made them feel unsafe to see this naked man who is sitting there frozen. He can't get you. He's a statue. But no, these social justice lefties are just ugly, crappy, unfun people who don't know how to appreciate the finer things in life. It reminded me of women in the workforce, where they would say something and you sort of go, yeah.
Are you guys still
that's
here?
a
Did they
good
kick you
idea.
off?
Anyway, let's get back to having a great time being hilarious.
Okay.
It turns out that if you put all the
Yeah, it's showing me there's nobody here.
together, it is the most common baby name in England and Wales.
They kick you off. Just come back. I'm not stopping. I'll tell you when I stop.
We had a good fight, and it's over now. We can only hope we don't mimic that same failure here on our board.
It is out at sea.
There is one. No, it's got to go straight.
Go further out at
Scrape
sea.
the bottom off so it floats.
Cool.
Most women are happier at home. They are pretending that they like working, and they're not making money because they don't stay all night at the office. They don't go the extra mile.
Why
They
am I
don't work
sitting
all
here?
weekend.
I'm
You're making a
sitting here.
mistake. You would be much happier at home. And children. I don't know why this is such a popular trend, emotion-based politics. Maybe it's because women are getting involved in politics, or maybe they want to get young people more involved. I think it's just business. The New York Times wants as many people to read it as possible, so they go on this heartstring, this disingenuous information, just to make a sweet sort of kid's story. It's not sweet, but every article.
Oh,
they
you're
have
driving
has this
listening
sort
to
of
us?
Oprah
Nice.
tint to it.
You're the
If you
man,
don't
bro.
pay tax, you can't vote.
That was what my father always said.
Really? I've just been obsessed with this recently, thinking you're not a customer. You don't
I don't
have
think
a
I've seen
say
any
in
of your
how this
videos come
restaurant
up for a
goes.
couple
That's
days.
Like strangers coming in off the
I love
street,
that one you put me in.
and saying I want this on the menu and then walking out.
Now, everyone has to be involved in politics.
All right, time for another drink.
So women are on board, and they have to have an opinion, and young people have to have an opinion, and they don't belong in the political. It's like Dungeons and Dragons. Everyone has to be in Dungeons and Dragons now, and they're throwing these 14-sided die, going, Bernie Sanders. What are they doing here?
Both are poorer than a gap like this, where the rich are rich, where the poor are richer, but the gap is bigger. Would you rather have both down here than a big gap with the poor slightly higher?
I think it would make for a healthier society.
To be down here.
To be closer to equal, yeah.
And do you think the government's role is to regulate that and impose it on the society?
To some extent.
So you're a socialist.
I wouldn't say that, but I believe in some socialist ideals.
Have you ever been to the DMV?
Yep.
These are the people. These bureaucrats.
Yeah,
with
it's an
no
honor that
interest,
he comes onto my
these
freaking
rude,
feeds.
lazy
Trust me, I feel the same way.
morons are going to be handling your justice. You're imparting your freedom and your liberty and your equality. You're saying, hey, can you run my life, please?
Wimps taking it for granted that violence is bad and that being macho is bad. That's how we got here. This idea of this beta male being powerful and in control is what 20, 30 years old, you're going against 40,000 years of evolution.
All right, we'll do number 2.
You've heard Vote Your Values. Now you can watch your values too. Let's face it, cable TV is anti-American.
Yes, they
Actually, you know
are.
what's a hot outfit for a man to wear in bed is a white t-shirt and black socks. Just like, I'm such an ugly pig man. And spaghetti stains on. Just like such a dad. That's like my buddy Dan goes, smelling a woman's ass is a poor man's Viagra. Because you're grossed out by how
No,
much
for
you
sure.
like
No,
it.
for sure.
You're like, I'm a fucking pig. And then,
I'm happy you found me too, bro. How'd you find me?
People always say, don't get in the weeds with Crowder or Shapiro. They will destroy you. And I always say, screw that. I'm not scared of Steven Crowder or Ben Shapiro. Because I would hope not. And if Hillary wins, I know on a personal level, I'm going to go from a funny guy in a Hawaiian shirt to a dark, satanic, evil dude who lives alone in a one-bedroom. I wake up at 8 p.m. and do sit-ups and then just start practicing at the gun range. It's going to go dark. An era where it's like a philosophy age. We're all Romans all of a sudden. Like Socrates sitting here philosophizing. And you kind of have to make everyone know exactly where you stand on this spectrum. Because if you're slightly right of center, you're alt-right and you're a Nazi. You go, no, those guys hate me. But I hate these guys, so I'm here. And I always say to these people, play it through. So he wants genocide. Trump wants genocide. Okay, so he wants to kill what? Blacks and Mexicans? So there's a van that drives to this house in New Orleans and picks up these black people, and then they what? They go to a gas chamber? How does this work? What happens to their property? Is that divvied up? Does the state own that now? Like, are you talking about the Cuban Revolution? The irony is, by the way, whenever you start describing their universe, you end up describing Venezuela, Cuba, socialist countries, or you end up describing the Middle East. Oh, he's gonna what? Throw gays off buildings? He's gonna start stoning women to death who are rape victims? You have your villains right there, but you're purposely ignoring them. You know, Iron Man has that blue thing in his chest? Yeah. I don't think women are evil. Women are like Iron Man. They're magic, right? But by ripping out that blue thing, you're ripping out their ability to have children and be mothers and everything. And then you put in a piece of shit into Iron Man's chest. That's what feminists and like this woman are. They're shit chests. And they're malfunctioning robots. And they're like,
Hey, no, me
kill
too, bro.
him.
Me too.
Milo wants genocide. Kill him.
So do you think that they're...
And that's the problem with their utopia.
That's all I'm trying to do is spread
Keeps
truth,
making
but
things
today's
worse
Funny
and worse
Friday,
and
so
worse.
we're starting with
Yeah.
this.
Yes. Like even abortion and immigration in Canada now, they're pouring all these Indians in like pancake batter. And Indians
Isn't it funny though, once you wake up and you can't go back to sleep and it's just, dude, I have friends and all the time that are like, dude, you're just like sitting here looking at all this stuff. Wouldn't you rather like come over and hang out like you used to, come drink some beers and listen to music and just chill? And it's like, no, not really. It's like once you wake up, the only thing you want to do, yeah, it can be a little bit lonely. It can be a little bit whatever, but I'd rather be awake than walking around like all these damn fucking sheeple, man. All day.
than girls, and they're starting to have gender-based abortions. Where they go, I don't want to have a boy. I mean, a girl hanging
Oh, he's
around
one of my
here.
favorite.
Let's keep aborting till we get a boy. And you go, hey, liberals. Is that real? Yeah. Like when I would go in my old company with my buddy Sebastian, who's a very handsome man, much younger than me, looks like a Greek god. And we would be looking in the mirror, you know, at the hotel, we're getting ready. And he would go, look at you. Look at you. You look like a raisin. You look like you're a million years old. Look at those crow's feet. And you look like a worm who was rubbed around on the floor.
I wish you guys were all here in California. We'd be sitting here playing pool, fucking looking shit up, and fucking laughing.
Of a barber shop. And then he goes, and look at me, a Greek, I'm an Adonis. Look at this here. And it's funny, because it's true. You know, I don't go on a blog and start crying. That's how we insult each other. We had a guy in high school who had mental illness, he was schizophrenic, he went in and out of mental institutions. His nickname was Crazy Ryan. Did he ever recover? I don't think so.
Sorry, I'm stopping him again. But no, it's sad because it's scientifically proven, though, it's easier to tell somebody a lie than to actually get them to acknowledge that they believed a lie. Because people have this, it's the shit of, that is stuck in us, it's this fucking pride. It's this fucking arrogance that is inside of us. that we never want to admit that maybe we had been wrong or that we had been misled and that we were stupid. It's like, no, that you're not stupid. The whole world has been deceived. If you actually just, and what I hate more than anything is when you tell somebody like flat earth, oh, blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, I dare you to take 1 hour. Because if you take 1 hour, you'll take 2 hours. But I've told people I will even pay you. I'll pay you $25 an hour to sit down and look at this. And you know what? 99% of the people, even if they make less than $25 an hour, won't fucking do it because they're insecure that they might become to be a flat earther. And I tell, everybody, nobody decided to become a flat earther. We wanted to debunk it because it's the stupidest thing we ever fucking heard. And then we couldn't. And then we became flat earthers. All right, hold on.
No. Oh no, he did. He has a kid now and stuff. He wanted to kill me because I let it out that he was crazy Ryan about 10 years ago. So I'm sure he's gonna be back in my life very soon. Lock the
No,
door.
and you wonder if they ever will.
They hate us because of our foreign
You
policy.
wonder.
They hate us because we're infidels, and the Quran says destroy all infidels. Who's harder on Muslims than Muslims? They're
Exactly.
totally insatiable. I mean, you can have a burqa on in Saudi Arabia.
Okay,
and some
just
guy's
here.
gonna come up and go,
Here's the whole thing too. Like they talk about, oh, Trump is racist. He's gonna kill black people. This, that. You want to know who kills the most black people? Black people. You want to know who shoots the most black people? Other black people. You want to know who kills the most black babies? Black mothers. How fucking sick is that?
Really? Purple socks? Are you kidding me? He was the first to make it a central political argument. This whole thing, build a wall, build a wall. And by the way, it's not a pipe dream. They owe us $50 billion in trade deficit. When you go to a restaurant and you sit in the same booth to the tune of $50 billion net for that restaurant, you could start asking for stuff. You could start asking for a diamond booth with naked ladies dancing on it.
Yeah, I think business-wise, people are
2,000 miles to go.
the leverage that we would have on Mexico. The leaders just said, nope, we're not going to do it. And what are you going to do? They're already poor as dirt. They're going to run their credit rating.
You're the shit, man.
I don't know how you do it.
You deny them $50 billion in trade.
I'm going to say, okay.
See that, and you know what pisses me off too is like diversity. If you put everybody together, there is no diversity. Real diversity is you go to China, there's Chinese people. You go to fucking Ukraine, there's Ukrainian people. You go to fucking Japan, there's Japanese people. You go to the Middle East, there's Eastern people. You go to fucking, that's what's insane. You look at Norway, you look at all these places that are just going down the shithole and their women are being raped, and you say a damn word about it, you're a damn racist. And then sometimes they arrest you.
I think they'd sooner go with that.
It's like, but America is the greatest melting pot ever.
Thank God, that would be
If
wonderful. Now
you
we have
come here and you want to become an American, some of these people come in here and don't want to assimilate.
manufacturing back here. Okay, so that's one big issue. And then also, I saw a guy, we were on Jamaica.
Oh, what's up, girl? Okay, all right, so we're stopping this. All right. Anne here made a video. She went to some basketball game or football game. She put on the side of her car with black permanent marker that the earth is flat. She said, you can tell them exactly what you put on there. And she went and put sticky notes about how the earth is flat. You've been deceived. And put a verse in the Bible of how they've been deceived and verses in the Bible that tell you that, the earth is flat. This woman is a true freaking flat earther that is kicking ass. I do not agree with her blood over intent. I think that, I don't want to get into that. I don't want to go into all of that, but I don't believe in that. But I do believe she's a true warrior for flat earth, and I love her for that. You guys should all check out her video after this.
He had his plate, and he must have been Irish. He piled on 3 huge spoonfuls of mashed potatoes. It took up most of his plate. And I'm looking at him going, we're in fucking Jamaica, there's jerk chicken, all this fancy shit, and you're using up your whole meal on mashed potatoes, that bothers you, Mick? And I hated him for the rest of the trip. I think I needed someone to hate on the trip, so I would see him and he'd just be like eating a cone, and I'd just go, fuck you. Dr. Drew says this. He goes, the reason that Scots are drunks is they like
100%
conflict,
it is.
war in their body. So they're going, oh, walking is hard. I'm giving myself a handicap. So we like struggle. We like pain. That's fascinating. Even in fucking, I'm never totally
Oh goodness.
enjoying it. I'm always like, I gotta last longer. Think of Kevin Spacey. Do the alphabet
Kevin
backwards.
Spacey?
Yeah.
What do you think of? When do you think of Kevin Spacey?
Oh, dude, it's
Do you think
Tonight's
of
just
Kevin
fun
Spacey?
night
You're gonna
so
call me
far.
tomorrow.
We'll get into
Thank
real
you so
shit
much.
later.
My wife can't walk today. Can you imagine Kevin Spacey's head floating over the bed?
Okay.
Not like dismembered and bleeding.
This is before it
Just
came out that he was a
doing nothing,
pervert.
Just staring at
Just
him?
staring at you, and
Do
it
you
buys you
imagine-
2.5 minutes.
Do you imagine him?
He's
as
talking
kind
about
of
using that
associated
instead of
with
baseball.
Frank Underwood?
I don't have strong feelings about him. Like, I've never seen that House of Lies show
House of
or
Cards.
House of Cards.
Good show.
Okay, sounds
Very
great.
good show.
Yes, you were. That was a good.
Republicans
That was
invited me
awesome.
To do a talk, and everyone's giving the finger. Racist, Nazi. We don't want the KKK. You're like,
Okay, and you know, I saw the video, and no matter what people think, whether you're crazy, this or that, you planted a seed in somebody's head. Whether that seed takes shape within a day or two, a week or two, a month, or 7 years, who knows? But you planted seeds, girl. Good job.
That'd be funny if we just showed up on horses in Klansman uniforms, like ka-dum, 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 ka-dum. Yeah, we're here to do
That's
our
all right.
KKK talk, boy. Get out of my way.
Yeah, don't be
Anyway,
typing, just listen.
So we get there, and I'm with Proud Boys. We're surrounded. Everyone's going, "Fuck you, yeah." And in retrospect, I should have just started snapping fingers and macing people. I regret not playing their dirty tricks, because when we finally got to the door, someone pepper sprayed me in the eyes, which is very, very painful. I gotta say, wow, it's a wake-up call. It only lasts for about 20 minutes, and I. The
God,
bathroom
what
after
it-
I was telling you the story, and I was washing my eyes out.
It
and I
is the
thought,
guy from Fear
how do I know
Factor.
it's not acid? Like, what if I'm gonna be
Joe Rogan, yeah.
disfigured now, and I'll be on the cover?
I don't
of
like him
National
anymore.
Geographic
He
with
sold
my
out.
face
He was starting to
freezing?
realize the moon landings were fake. He was starting to realize about flat Earth. And then I saw him get on that one UFO dude's freaking show. And he was like, look, this goes out to the CIA. This goes out to NASA, whatever it is. If you tell me what the truth is, I will lie to my own mother. I will freaking sign whatever contract you want. Just tell me what's really going on. All of a sudden, he believed in the moon landings. All of a sudden, he is making fun of his buddy. He's sellout motherfucking piece of shit, Joe Rogan is. Why do you think he's got the biggest podcast and the biggest freaking amount of
I feel
subscribers?
like burn victims are super nice. You know, I'll be like with a puppy and a little kid. Hi, I'm a regular guy. My theory with Milo is, I think his eyesight's getting worse. His glasses are getting thicker and thicker, and he's sort of going, "This is my moment to make an impact." So he's just like,
What, you think he's going blind?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he was pathetic in my book.
Yeah. He's only like
He is to
28.
me. It's
Yeah,
like
when you look
to
at him,
me. Once you've been awoke, you can't go back to sleep. And I think some people almost realize that, and they're too scared, whether it's subliminal or not. But him, he was awakened, and he sold his fucking soul to fucking get the truth. And you know, all I did was cut my thumb really bad, and for whatever stupid reason, fucking bled it on the oldest tree I could, and asked for whatever truth it would give me. And here I am.
Look at his reading glasses. They're insane. Really? Yeah. And they're getting thicker. But I think he's trying to make a maximum impact in a short amount of time.
Because you think he doesn't have much time left? That's such a way. He seems healthy. Last
Also
time I saw him,
seems
he lost some
reckless.
weight.
In fact, when we were in Orlando, we made out at the site of the.
Made out?
Yeah, at the
Why?
site of
Kinda
the.
like
Not gonna give me a kiss. Why would you give me a kiss?
Wow.
So I said, I did a big speech about freedom and free speech. It's
I never asked for a kiss, man.
delicious, like strawberries.
Well, at least he freshened his breath out before.
No, gays just taste better. I said fuck Islam
Oh.
at the site of the Orlando shooting to annoy Muslims, but we had armed guards and stuff, and I said, all right, I want to make sure these guys are scoping out the roofs and shit.
Yes.
And he goes, I don't care if I die. I'll happily die for this. I was like, well, I do care, actually. I've got 3 kids. And then they just do that in New York. They start making out with each other in front of the Trump building. Like, he's going to go, oh, stop it. Stop it. I'm evil. I can't see you down. Garcelle from the Smurfs. I hate that. He's putting his fist up in the air and he's saying, no way.
Oh, okay. No, I got you. At first, I was like, wait, what? Yeah, no, I got you.
Standing up for ourselves.
Don't mind me. I'm a couple in.
Allowed, but only if they sign off on the rape beforehand, I think.
No, women are not allowed on boats back 100, 200 years ago. But anyway,
But boats, I'm talking about pirate ships. I'm pretty sure there are some women who were raped on pirate ships. I
all
digress.
pirate ships are boats. All phones are not pirate ships. And this is the problem with Trump and racism. All cats are mammals. All dogs are mammals. All cats are not dogs. Yes, some racists like him. That doesn't mean he's a racist.
Well, they come up with this concept that the president is pro-hate. So then they go, hey, Trump, I'm against hate. And he goes, that's nice. So they build their straw man, and then they're attacking him and lighting him on fire. And the rest of us are going, I don't care that you're lighting a scarecrow on fire. You look fucking ridiculous.
Stupid, yes.
Sometimes he talks like an idiot. They're doing bad things. And then you realize 4 days later, holy shit, that was brilliant. So with the Mexicans thing, these Mexicans are rapists. You go, what? And then you look it up and go, holy shit, 80% of these women get raped crossing the border by these coyotes? Holy crap. And then another example of being 4 steps ahead is when he says, he's trying to do this travel ban, right? Muslims are a threat to America. And everyone goes, that's crazy. And then he says, the press isn't reporting on the following terrorism
Excuse me.
cases. This. He lists about 20. So then the media goes, that's not true. We reported on this. We reported on that. We reported on the London bombing. We reported on Benghazi. We reported on this. And then he...
What's up, guys? Thanks for being here. Thanks for the thumbs up.
For 3 days straight.
Getting
All
a
of sudden,
crowd
his
going.
travel ban looks pretty reasonable.
Oh, that's interesting.
So he's often setting a trap for people that they come bounding into.
Your parents got divorced, and I want you guys to come over to the Trump train, which is why I get so emotional. Your mom got divorced. She has a new boyfriend now, okay? He's your stepdad. And I know he's not your real dad, and you keep screaming, you're not my father, and storming upstairs and slamming the bedroom door. He's the best you got now. He's your dad. So you have to accept that and move on.
I'm even annoyed reliving the day. And the guy says, just a lot of people that love you a lot, and I'm worried about you, man. Is that the worst quote you've ever heard? I'd appreciate it if you could apologise. I couldn't help but notice you were swearing in front of a lady. You're talking about culture, and it's important to make that distinction as a Western chauvinist, that I think the West is the best. I don't care what race you are. But I don't think that other cultures are different. I think they're worse. And Islam is 500 years behind us. We were shitty. We had witch hunts. Inquisition. We had the Inquisition. They're not caught up to us yet. They're not as advanced. And I think two big problems with them as far as progress goes is the Quran is an exceptionally violent book. It doesn't have a 2.0 the way Christians do. And no one ever talks about this, but they have a major problem with inbreeding. They are marrying their first cousins again and again and again.
Oh, another thumbs up. Thank you.
Makes your evolution go backwards.
I'm just wondering if you really think that sort of stuff occurs in a vacuum.
I do.
It does. Okay.
I think foreign policy is a tiny fraction of their crazy inbred agenda.
Very true. Very true.
Because that does get pretty racist pretty quick.
Very true, Tim.
I don't have to jump there. I'm talking about
People say apples and oranges.
Muhammad said you can marry your first cousin. That is not only a huge problem in Pakistan and throughout the Middle East, it's actually a problem in India because they do it to preserve the family money. Now, you do that once or twice.
Wow, that's a lot of nobodies. Newsflash, not all refugees are welcome here.
This is just another moment in this presidency where I thank God he's the president of the United States and Hillary Clinton is not.
Almost 8,000
He's on this commercial. I'll let it play.
in this country, and it's not by cops. It's
Can
by
you believe
other
this
black
fucking Eddie
people.
Murphy's son? What a piece of shit, dude. What a
Twice
piece
that
of
great.
shit. Another
You do it
thumbs
for
up.
40
Thanks, guys. Thank
generations,
you.
And it starts dictating the behavior of an entire group of people. And out of Islam, all Muslims, I've seen studies that say about 25% think that suicide bombing is sometimes or often justified. That's a lot of people.
What I was confronting originally was
What up, Nada?
There's a huge genetic component to this too.
Yeah, I think that
doesn't mean you have to.
Yeah, if we're divided, a house divided
Every
will
single
fall.
problem in the world.
Well, eugenics is bad science, so I'm glad that you wouldn't do that. But
we can say inbreeding is bad, and if it makes you feel.
What's so
uncomfortable,
funny
I don't
is too is like the sheeple idiots. This is why they're doing all the censoring and everything they're doing to us, is because like the meme wars. They called it the meme wars. It was never a meme wars. It was literally like America fighting, trying to kill Guam if they needed to. I mean, seriously, these morons on the left, they're not funny. And they can say some stuff that they're on this high pedestal of just greatness. And this is my belief, and this is what I'm putting out. And this is my heart to the world. Because I care about these poor people that I've never had to meet or ever had to be around or ever had to live in the same society with. But I love them so much. This is the high horse that they have. They have nothing that's funny. We can actually come with real dialogue, real facts, and actually make people fucking laugh. They can't beat us. And that is why they have to censor us.
I'm willing to take a stand
These
against
Indians
inbreeding with
and
you.
Muslims saying that no, you can't marry your first cousin. This is causing serious diseases. It's causing all kinds of health problems, and it's making
Most
a
people
big
are.
portion of us nuts. Look at Iran in 1965. Mini skirts, woman doing chemistry with test tubes.
Did you guys
driving
like my,
around. Hi, you want to go to the go-go
rant?
hop later? And now just garbage bags. Oh, yeah, oh, Gregorian chants everywhere. Irshad Manji in The Trouble with Islam, she says a weird group of wasabis just hijacked the religion and sent it into the Dark Ages. And I go, yeah, but how were they vulnerable to hijacking? Christianity couldn't be hijacked by the snake guys. So why?
Well, part of us have been, bro. Part of us have been.
And every time I bring this up, people go, yeah, what about white people, hillbillies? They were inbreeding, or royalty, they were inbreeding. And I go, yeah, and it went real bad. It was a bad move. Learned the hard way. We saw Deliverance. Strap yourself in for this. 70% of all Pakistanis are inbred. And in Turkey, the amount is between 25 to 30%. More
Whoa.
stillbirths among immigrants. A rough estimate reveals that close to half of everybody living in the Arab world is inbred. A large percentage of the parents. This is blowing my mind. I posted it before I came here. I
Getting
also
some
read
truth.
somewhere
Why we
that
laugh?
The symptoms of inbred people are irrational rage, fanaticism, and they end up just describing ISIS. People are scared of genetics too because it gets into eugenics and they get uncomfortable. But my thing
It gets
is
into racism too. You know?
racism. But
Yeah.
I come from a shitty Glaswegian family.
I don't give a fuck what anybody's skin color is. And I even hate it like, oh, well, Mexican American, I'm an African American. No, fuck you. You're an American. And if you want to put African after that, go ahead. You're American. If you want to put Mexican after that, go ahead. I am so sick of the, oh, I'm Mexican American, I'm Black American, I'm African American, I'm Chinese American. Chinese Americans don't say, like, really? I mean, seriously, because if you ask somebody, like, what are you? Like, if they're Asian, do any of them, just riddle me this. Riddle me this. Does any freaking Asian person, when you ask them, you know, are you Chinese? Are you freaking Japanese? Are you this? Are you that? You know, there's lots of different Asians, Filipino, whatever. None of them say, I'm a Filipino American. You ask them, and they're like, oh, Filipino. And like, but when they're born here, they're not, I'm a Chinese American. I'm a Filipino American. Nobody fucking says that except for whatever reason, African American. What the hell is what is behind that? What is the point behind that? To me, that just seems like a division and a divide because people should just be saying they're fucking Americans.
Family, my uncles were drunks, and maybe coming from a shitty group, you develop this immunity to fear of your group sucking. Like,
My group's, I'm Italian.
Did you like my gay
Mostly
voice?
Italian. I'm 1/4 Irish.
Or SJW voice?
I came from a line of savages. They're ape people. You know, there's a good percentage of my ancestors and relatives that I know that are fucking ape people. And I can say that because I know them and I come from them and I have ape people instincts that I fight off every goddamn day
You're
of my
an ape
life.
man. The first time I came here, you were trying to separate your spinal cord because you had crushed it from choking people out. And I brought him a microphone. I said, come up here and you tell me which of my ideas you don't like and you tell me what your idea is and we'll discuss it. He's like, whose campus? Our campus. Whose campus? It was really like a broken robot. And one of them, by the way, had a drawing of this on a piece of paper, and he was holding it up at me like this, like, what? You ever heard anything more insane in your life? I mean, maybe it was 1920 and we were in a British private school or something, and you're the only one. People are screaming at me, dude. They're saying, like, die, scumbag, Nazi, and you have a drawing of a fuck you finger. So insane.
Speaking for myself, I am profoundly lazy.
So you, in your hotel room, you just sit around in your underwear, eating yesterday's hamburger, which is still on the ground, watching an X-Men you've seen 3 times now.
I would do that, but I'm so paranoid about wasting my life because you do die at the end, and I'm 45, and so I feel like, you know, probably not here forever. That I set up things to do.
Go do what you need to do, brother.
Not just sit and waste time because I feel so so anxious about death.
That doesn't sound lazy.
I'll still be here.
I swear to God, that's true.
I think you like the idea of being a lazy guy, but you just
I really am. Oh, it's unbelievable.
No, lazy guys fall asleep watching TV with the spaghetti in a pot, and then they wake up and they flip the spaghetti over 'cause it looks like a seal's stomach. It's still sort of blanched on the bottom because it didn't dry out, and then they just start eating that. The top is dried out. Now, if that's foreign to you, then you're not a genuinely lazy.
Well, I haven't.
By that standard across the board. I know it
We're
matters
not
to you.
electing a friend, okay? We're not electing someone that we can go and go camping with. We're electing someone who is going to do as little as possible, as far as I'm concerned, in meddle. I don't want him buying Solyndra. I don't want him forcing a healthcare program at gunpoint. I don't want him going to our enemies and doing nuclear deals with them so he can look good and he's showboating for his Muslim friends. I don't want any of that. But the reason I think that Trump is so important right now is because we're living in a real era of shame. We're living in a culture that's anti-masculine. We're living in a culture where we're ashamed of being patriotic. We're changing the name of Columbus Day. And what Trump is saying with Make America Great Again is make America proud to be great again. We know we're great, but all this capitulation and shame, and how many genders do you want me to say? It really is it's our death knell.
Hi, Chuck.
Yo, what's up, man?
Can you tilt the mic more up to your face, please?
Sure, I don't know.
Can you believe how funny it is, like these SJWs
This is just your computer mic.
Yeah.
that they have to deal with day by day?
It works. I need to have my tech person come over. I can just figure it out later by reading the manual.
Yeah, you plug it into the USB port on your computer, and then you go into system preferences and check mic input. Yeah, that's your problem right there. Yeah, that's your problem right there.
And the Nazis cut off Holland from all supplies, so they were forced to eat tulips. And a lot of them, hundreds of thousands of them, starved to death. And
What up, bro?
Audrey Hepburn was from that world, and she was a skinny
Where you
chick who
going
didn't
next?
eat a lot of
Across the
food.
street.
All of her ancestors, kids,
Her sprinkling system was
became
on.
obese.
It's just
Big giant
I
fat pigs.
was
And
out
they
to get
say
the
it
mail
could have
and it
been
was
genetic
just
memory.
flooding the street,
Where
you know.
their bodies went, holy shit, you found Doritos? I'm going to hold on to this because you're never going to find one again. And I've noticed this in LA with all these Mexicans I see everywhere.
It's got an inch
They
of water
seem
there and they're inches
more
right.
obese than the general populace.
Of course,
And I
they
think
said,
they have
"Oh,
genetic
we're
memory
interrupted
from
enough
a generation or
there."
two ago where food was scarce. And their bodies hold on to it. The fact that a cell can remember this.
Can I-
For generations, like, have you ever heard of cell memory?
Wow.
Where you get an eye transplant and all of a sudden you're seeing the guy that killed that guy? I think it was on 60 Minutes, but I know genetic
Didn't that
memory
turn off
is a
itself
real
finally?
thing. Maybe they're right.
Well,
Maybe
the
gays
timer
should be
finally
wrong.
went off, so
Scientifically
obviously
proven.
it's
Maybe a lot of these rape
pumping
victims are
out
bitches.
way
They
more.
just
It
should
looked
have
more like
stones.
it was a broken line or something.
Just
The
kidding,
way it was
internet.
flowing out.
Look, he had a bad week because of women. He lost women last week because he poo-pooed Khan, the wrath of Khan, as Ann Coulter puts it, and he shouldn't have done that. You're supposed to be reverent when someone dies in battle, and he didn't
So it's
appreciate
going
that
down.
because he's got that New York
Oh, you're already
attitude.
back.
If someone
All right.
hits you,
Nice.
you punch them back twice as hard.
We still got
that
a couple
works in
more.
business. It doesn't always
Got
work in
about
politics.
6
To
on
lower
this.
the bar
Star
so
Wars?
everyone can get in, we have all these retarded classes. There's a class at NYU called 20-something, where it's just about being 20-something.
Just funny moments of Gavin again.
Done. Everyone there is
Before I
20-something.
get into all my
And you
other
go, now you've just
other
wasted your
shit.
time by not admitting that some people are special.
Funny
And that's what I
Friday,
was getting
so-
at earlier with the Western culture
Might
thing.
start
Some
off as a
cultures
bit
are better. Some are more advanced. Michael Jordan, you throw him in Africa, and there'd be
Nice
like, you
view
have
from
to
Europe.
meet this
Don't
man
start
who
showing
is
up
in
till,
the
like,
Congo.
11:30,
He can jump 1,000,000 miles. His name is Juju Jordan. And he has like a leather basketball. And I don't know what it is. I am so good at these. He would be flown
What's
over
up,
like
you
Jeremy
drink or
Lin
something?
or whatever.
No,
And I
I
think Jimmy
just,
Kimmel and you are the same. They just
saw your
they
light
get
was
fucked around.
on.
I've done it a million times. I've thrown my career down the toilet, and then I just keep flying through the sewers, and pop, I
Flying
come out
through
of
the
another
sewers?
manhole. But I did that with advertising.
No.
I got involved in advertising.
All right, man.
And
Have a good one,
advertising.
brother.
Built up an agency, sold it for millions. Then we got fired because I said shitty stuff about trannies. They push you down and say, you suck, you're a fag, you
Who do I
suck."
follow
So
and watch?
when
Oh
you're
my
18,
god,
you go,
dude. I
"No,
follow
I'm
so many people. It's
not."
crazy.
You come
It's hard to go
leaping
through
out
them
and
all.
you're
High
Jew.
impact flicks. He's
You're
pretty
like
good.
you dipped in you sauce. So instead of going, no, I'm not a fucking
Plain
loser, I'm
Truth,
just gay,
he's
you go,
really
"I'm
good.
gay, ha-ha." I went to a coming out party once, and the guy burst out of a giant paper thing, and he goes, I'm here, it's great to be here, it's great to be gay.
Oh god.
Sometimes I'm a man, sometimes I'm a woman.
Excuse me.
But I'm always a human. Like, okay. You know, like, I don't know.
By the way, I don't care. That's the other thing about. I'm not a homophobe. I'm a homo bored. I don't care. Like when you make out in front of my building, have a nice French session. I don't fucking give a shit.
Yeah.
Ooh, and you see that sometimes with black
That
and
was
white
funny.
couples, like in New York, they'll be walking the train holding hands and looking indignant. You know, hi, we're in love. Got a problem with that? Oh, congratulations, you're fucking someone you're attracted to. Woo!
Yeah, I'd say my
Go
start
out
on
there,
Flat
all
Earth was
lines.
got to Eric Dubay pretty quick.
You're sucking your boyfriend's dick. I'm stunned.
But you know
What's
what irritates me though is those assholes, ass wipes that literally just sit there and like they're controlled opposition because they tell you a whole bunch of truth, all the stuff that's easy to figure out, but then they tell you some dumbass shit that Earth, it is flat. It's like a pancake, but it's moving up through space or it's moving up and down, and that's why there's gravity. It's like, you dumb motherfuckers. That is the biggest controlled opposition ever, because guess what? Gravity is a theory. Buoyancy and density is not a fucking theory. And that's what people do. When you say that to somebody, if they even have the eyes to see and the mind to fucking try to care to fucking learn, right there, that should do something to them. If they have any kind of an analytical mind, is you say fucking gravity is a theory. Buoyancy and density is a fact. If that doesn't engage their mind enough, they're not going to find it. I mean, because all of us that found Flat Earth, obviously it engaged us. Because we're like, that's stupid, and I'm going to disprove it. That means that you have a mind to try to learn. They don't, and it's sad. Because they have so much passion for so stupid things.
Honest in their portrayal of the issues of the workplace.
Well, you end up going, you guys are making me think women are dumb. So I don't like that women's march. I go, you guys are out, I don't know what you're out to prove here, that your pussy has teeth. You're making women look dumb. Even the abortion thing, 50% of women are pro-life. So why are you making this a gender issue? It's an ethics thing. It's like euthanasia, but it has nothing to do with men or women. I dated an escort once.
Did you?
She was molested as a kid. So for sex, for her, we had to go.
I've
super
been with
intense.
a couple of those. They are
Like
a lot
public humiliation.
different.
She wanted me
That
to
is for
slap her in the
sure.
grocery store and stuff.
Oh, Jesus.
Because intimacy had been ruined by dad.
Oh, God.
So that we had to leap over that and get right into mean stuff.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
The protesters know I'm not that guy deep down. Like, it's sort of like when you watch those ghost hunter shows and they go, yeah, we heard some disturbances downstairs. Those guys don't believe in ghosts. They're bullshitting. It's a good gig, hunting ghosts. So they pretend to believe in ghosts. They don't believe in ghosts. And these people don't believe in these fascist Nazis. They just thought... So when I was that guy, they thought, what the hell's going on? This game just became real. It's sort of like if you were to kill a goth. He's like, no, I don't really want to die.
And what I have to say to you two is,
It does get frustrating, but
understand
you got to
why-
understand, we were all there at a point. We were, except for when somebody said something about it, it didn't take too long. I mean, think about it. I'm going to ask everybody. The first time that you heard of Flat Earth, how long did it take you before you realized the Earth was flat?
you think that you have the
Or you truly
privilege
knew in your
to
heart
sit
that the
there
Earth
and go,
was
I
flat?
don't like either of them. I don't support either of them. You don't have a choice anymore. You have to choose one of them. It's an ultimatum. So you are voting for Trump, Andrew.
I'm voting for Trump, but then I'm probably going to just hide away in my room in the darkness and weep for years to come after them.
Yeah.
In shame.
Can we count on your vote too, Stephen?
He has till election day to win my vote. I will tell you what was the big
Welcome
change for me.
aboard the Trump train, boys.
Yeah, I will tell you what it was.
You know what? Speaking of Bill Maher, he doesn't have kids. Angela Merkel doesn't have kids. There's this lack of
Yeah, okay.
connection that these
Hold on.
childless people have.
I got that. No, the date, that's fine. But no, I want to know from the moment that the first time that somebody said, I think the Earth is flat, to you saying to yourself, I'm not saying until you admitted it to somebody, but to yourself, did the seed get planted? Did it take a week? Did it take a month? Did it take a year? What did it take from the moment that you heard, saw a video that said that to the point to where you knew that it was flat?
In our media and in our political system. And there's an anti-kid
culture going on that is ethnomasochism combined with laziness, and it really is our death knell in many ways. Like when I'm in Williamsburg with my fucking stupid dog that I would happily kill right now.
What a dick.
Why would you kill your dog?
I feel nothing for this.
No.
It's my daughter's dog. It's a little Havanese puppy. I don't fucking know.
It's a puppy. You would kill the puppy?
Well, if it bit one of the kids, I could take a meat cleaver to its head, and I would be on the phone as I did it. Like it would be like preparing a chicken for field nuts.
Oh, Jesus.
You're sitting at Fox News, and you're looking around the table, and you're like, we're sitting here talking about family values and the future of America, and I'm the only person in this entire kids. And I can't help but think that Angela Merkel's
I figured
policy
9/11
of bringing
out,
the refugees
and then that's when I think my brain opened up. But I didn't hear about flat Earth for a while after
When you
that.
have skin in the game, you go, I don't fucking care if you hate me. I got to make sure that things are kosher for the boys. Like Dana Lash. She was a feminist raver with big fucking Jinko jeans in college and chain wallet. And then she saw what feminism was doing.
So for me, it was fuck. I'm having a hard time remembering. I didn't remember the date, but I do remember I saw a video that said the Earth was flat, and I'm like, what the fuck, like. And yes, I was I was using YouTube just to kind of laugh for the most part and researching a little bit, but more to laugh. And I knew about the 9/11 stuff, and then, I'd been looking into the Nibiru shit. I was like, whoa, that's fucking crazy. There's a lot of good material on that to fucking put you down a fucking stupid rabbit hole that leads nowhere. And I saw the flat Earth. I've been looking at Nibiru shit for months. Saw the flat Earth. I'm like, yeah, that's fucking the stupidest thing I ever heard. I gotta look at this and fucking laugh at it. And I watched the video, and it came up with so many good points that rocked my mind, I had to watch another video. Then I watched another video. By the end of the night, my brain was so like, dude, this is the craziest shit I've ever heard. I don't know if I believe this. Within 3 days of pretty much spending every free moment that I had looking it up, I knew the fucking Earth was flat. And then for 3 days, I was in this weird, just want to curl up in a ball moment, like, what the fuck, blah, blah, blah. It took me anywhere from, like, I don't know if it was a week or 3 weeks, whatever the fuck it was, but it took me more than a week, or I think it took me a couple of weeks before I ever uttered the words to another living person and was like, I think the Earth is flat. And laughed at, Month later, my pops is on his deathbed. I go to see him and talk to him, and I'm like, hey, how's it going? Go through everything, laugh, do what I can. And it's like, this is the last thing that I ever have to say to him for the most part. And I'm like, I've been looking at all this stuff, and I'm pretty damn sure the Earth is flat. And he just starts laughing. I'm like, yeah, I know. And he's like, of course it's flat. I'm like, what? I just wanted to grab him and shake him. No, I'm just joking. But he's like, of course it's flat. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, it's flat. And he's like, I'm glad you found that. I'm like, why would you never tell me? Why would you never say anything? And he was like, if you actually tell somebody that the Earth is flat, they're going to ridicule you and think you're the stupidest person alive. And he's like, that's impressive. You found it already. And I was just like, what? And that was, pretty much the last conversation that I had with my pops. And after that, I mean, I already knew the Earth was flat, but after that, I did not care what anybody fucking had to say. I was like, I don't give a fuck. The Earth is flat. You want to laugh at me? Fuck you. I don't fucking care. And that's pretty much where I went with it after that. And I really just did not care what anybody else had to say. And pretty much, that's actually when I started my YouTube channel. All right. I'll read through your comments.
Making them ashamed of being men. And she had boys.
Sorry, guys.
She went, whoa, we created a monster here. And pivoted and became all about saying masculinity is A-okay. Fuck these feminists. We were wrong. My life, my kids will never be able to read all the articles I've written or watch all the videos I've done. They'll never get through them all. They can watch them for 100 hours if they're bored, but there's way more of my brain permanently.
I think it helped too, though, because yes, I was reading the Bible, and you know, there had been many points and things, and when I first went through it too, all the points that reference to the Bible, and I went back to that, and I was like, okay.
Out there in the
All right,
cosmos
we're gonna get to some good stuff after this.
and pictures and everything. Yeah. So the next generation, your dad isn't really gonna die. You can just hang out with him whenever you want. My wife would just there'd be a basket
Okay,
by the front door for clothes.
I don't think I started my channel, I think almost 2 years ago, somewhere around 2 years ago. But when I look on YouTube, it says that I joined in 2015. So, you know, I don't think that's when I made my first video. I know it was a while till I made my first video. But, a long while, but I don't know. But yeah, probably around 2 years.
It's the chest to take off. She comes. You make her, huh? Yeah, nude lady. Rules. High heels. Oh, I'm getting a boner just thinking about it. Leather underwear?
Hey, you guys, please, whatever, you know, whatever you can spread, you know, I got lots of great videos, any of them you like or whatever. Tell people to come to live feeds or just, you know, whatever to spread, because they shadow ban the shit out of me. So anything you guys can do, much appreciated. You know, much appreciated.
Pete comes out about a flat brim. Yeah.
You have, and I think, I think you were with me, I think I had like around 60 or so is when, I think it was around 60 or something from when I remember. I don't know if it was 60 or 70, but from what I remember, I don't know if you remember, but I remember you, I think almost since when I was at 60. I mean, maybe it was more, maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, you have been around since the damn beginning. You sometimes go away for a little bit, but you come back. But no, you have always been there since the beginning. I appreciate that. Yeah, that is funny. I bet there's a way to look up what subscriber you were. But yeah, I know I was damn small. All right, we're going to let this finish up, and then I'm going to look at what I got left to be shown.
You're sticking your nose in it while you're eating her out
Let
from
me see.
behind.
Oh my goodness, that got a little dirty. All right, that got dirty. Sorry about that, guys. Shit.
You can punch me in the face.
Dirt
You
balls.
can kill me. You can put bear mace in my eyeballs. I'm still right, and you still lost. With some
Oh shit. Hold on, guys. Let me see what I got here.
always a great threat to them.
I almost got my computer figured out, I think. Oh my god, what the hell?
You wouldn't watch shows if they sounded like this. So why would you
Oh my god.
cable news when every day is
Hold on. God bless it.
Well, gender expression is just how you manifest your gender identity in clothing and dress, essentially. And there's no difference between that and fashion. And so I'm telling you, it looks very much like Ontario has already made fashion criticism into a hate crime.
I think we can all get on the basic idea that giving women.
All right, this one's really good. So, all right, let's get real.
To vote because they knew it.
All right, let's get real here, people.
Have you ever wondered why we go to war, or why you never seem to be able to get out of debt?
I kind of got away from Q, but
What if I told you there was a reason for it all? What if I told
all
you
right.
it was done
Sorry,
on
we're gonna
purpose?
restart this.
What if I told you that?
All right, yeah, I kind of got off on whatever Q from other things because a lot of shit hasn't happened, but still, they're red pilling people, and they do have some good stuff. This one is good.
Wonder why we go to war, or why you never seem to be able to get out of debt? Why there is poverty, division, and crime? What if I told you there was a reason for it all? What if I told you it was done on purpose? What if I told you that those who were corrupting the world, poisoning our food, and igniting conflict were themselves about to be permanently eradicated from the earth? You might think that an idealistic fantasy. Well, let me tell you a story. We acknowledge there are criminals, of course. They rob your house, they steal your phone, they can murder you too if they think they can get away with it. We have all experienced criminals in one way or another. Criminals, as we know, are those who choose personal gain over the rights of others and have no regard for the law. But here is where you need to expand your thinking. Criminals can also succeed in business and politics. and can be elected as our leaders. If a criminal became the president, imagine what they could achieve. They could use the full weight of their executive power to commit much larger crimes and ensure they and their friends were enriched to the fullest extent
Yeah,
possible.
McCain.
A criminal president could create alliances with other criminal presidents and then collaborate on more global criminal activities. Anything goes. Running, human trafficking, whatever makes the big bucks. The 20th century was turbulent with war, economic disaster, famines, and displacement. We have always accepted these things as just human nature, and simply the way the world works. Something inevitable, and due to the weaknesses of human nature that drive us to these actions. This is where we were all tragically wrong.
Well, hopefully Trump is. Who knows?
I'm not a criminal.
Hopefully God is using him for the right thing. I hope.
Nature that is driving all this pain and misery. What if it wasn't human nature at all, and as a result of something more deliberate? We were taught that capitalism was the cause of a massive rich-poor divide and the reason for poverty, which in turn is the reason for war, crime, and starvation. Others were taught that communism, the system of equal wealth across all people, was really to blame for the mess. But you see, folks, it is none of these things. It is not our nature to fight and be racist. It is not in our nature to rob from others. What you must learn is that it was the criminals all along. Yes, they got power. More power than a criminal should ever have. They rose to the top of media companies that control our news and entertainment. They ascended to the top of the banking system, also to the Oval Office, to Brussels, to the Vatican, to the Crown. They crept in quietly. They became leaders of agricultural companies who have control over our
Thanks,
food supply.
Monsantos.
Also big pharmaceutical companies.
Merged with Bayer.
The ones we
Yeah,
trust to help
our
us when we're
food
sick.
and our pills all
Nobody
together.
stopped them, and they just recruited more criminals to help them. First, they accumulated the world's wealth. They invented a system of money called central banking, which lends money to governments with interest, placing countries into eternal debt. People's wealth got less. Their wealth got more. Much more. When a criminal is already as rich as they can get, and protecting their ill-gotten gains becomes the priority, angry citizens tired of being poor are a major obstacle and can revolt if they suffer enough. The criminals needed to prevent this, so they diverted attention to the last remaining competitor, the people of the world. You and me. We were not happy being ruled by criminals and having to work 3 jobs just to survive. They know we won't accept it, so they use their control of the media to set black against white, woman against man, young against old, Muslim against Christian.
Like you were saying, bro.
Convinced us we were the problem, so that we would fight and destroy ourselves. To get it done faster, they attacked all aspects of humanity that make us strong. Like family. Using their influence over culture, they popularized lifestyle choices that led to a surge in broken homes, lost youth, and substance abuse. I could talk all day about how else they deliberately weakened us, and it would turn your stomach. We were just trying to get on with living.
Well, I'll hope you're wrong on that, but God uses certain people in mysterious ways. But you could be right. You know, one thing that I do think about and kind of wonder is, yeah, but have you ever seen my prophecies videos of 777 on how his birthday was his 70th birthday? Fucking this, that, all the Jerusalem was on his 70th year of his have you seen the Okay, no, I'll look that up, but I want you to look at my it's not shit. I have it on one of my videos, but it's not marked the 7-7 prophecy. But I will go look and pull it up and I will show it to you, and it is crazy. But no, I have had this wonder of, oh wait, YouTube is not responding. Wait. Uh-oh. Losing my live feed. Okay, that was weird. This phone usually never does that, and as soon as we started talking about that, it did. That's funny. This phone doesn't do that. Okay, you have. That's good. Okay, look. I do have a little bit of theory because we all know we can't believe in everything completely except for God. But it is obviously God's choice. Well, the true Father's voice and choice. But I have wondered too when they saw how much all the prepping went up. People were prepping. People were actually starting more militias, this, that, and other thing. I wonder if they realized, yeah, well, we got to put Trump in because if we don't put him in. But at the same time, I look at so many things. It's written in the Bible. The trumpets. The Trump will come. We're in probably the 7 years where this is the feast. The famine is probably coming as soon as Trump is gone. But that is to be seen. That is for sure.
So where are all the good guys? Good people just want to get married, have kids, make a living, and enjoy their liberty.
Amen.
There were good guys. Many. One became the President of the United States in January 1961. He knew about these criminals and wanted them gone. He knew their intentions for us all and he wanted to fight them. Sadly,
She shoots him.
how powerful they had become.
The second shot, look. That came from underneath that second shot. I've looked into that.
Intentions for the American people. He knew this criminal mafia controlled almost everything by the stage, including the powerful rogue intelligence agencies. His economic policies were promising, but the criminals needed a weak America to hold on to their power. Reagan was shown with a bullet that a growing U.S. economy and prosperous citizens were not what the criminals
No, look.
wanted.
Here's the thing is, if we would have not let it go about and not pulled our will and our heads out of our ass and the good ones in this country to stand the fuck up, we would have got Hillary. And that's the whole thing. God gives stays of execution. And, even though that things are written, that doesn't mean we know exactly what they're going to be. And we will not know the day and the hour. We'll know the season. But the funny thing is, we got a stay of execution because enough good people stood up. That doesn't mean it's not coming.
It was looking pretty grim for good people. Every time someone wanted to stand up and do the right thing, they got stopped. Were we ever to...
Sorry.
These
I
criminals
suck.
are also known as the Deep State, or Cabal, because of how they control things behind the scenes. Every president after Reagan was one of these Deep State criminals, and their empire got even stronger. With each bad president came new depths America...
Okay, paradigm shift. All right, sorry. I'm fucking pausing this shit again. All right, look. So everybody's heard the Mandela effect, this, that, the other thing. All right, you ask any Christian, even people that aren't Christian, or are Christian but they don't believe or read their Bible. You ask them who laid next to the Lamb, and 90% of the people that answer it will say the lion. You go look at any Bible. Is it not weird that it says the wolf laid with the lion? What the fuck happened? Something happened. And I don't know and I'm not saying we change realities. I don't freaking know, but there's no way that could be taught through all of history, because that's even more than something that you would just read in the Bible. That's something that you would hear from your freaking fathers, your grandfathers, your mothers, your pastors. And somehow they all got it wrong. Something's going on.
The world collapsed into darkness. Do you need me to tell you how? Destroyed factories, declining job numbers, sicker people, opioids, destruction of Iraq, Syria, and Yemen with pointless war, displacement of people into Europe, ISIS, terrorism, collapsed governments, poverty, and genocide.
We've let the demons take over. That's who's been running our country.
Hell no.
Fallen.
Well, here's where things start to take a new turn. When the full picture comes to be known, it will forever be regarded as the greatest story ever told. Well, here is the top line. Some good people still held positions of power. They valued humanity and the rule of law. While the criminals discussed their game plan at the annual Bilderberg meetings, the good guys were making plans of their own. The information age was coming to change history forever. As the internet flooded into every home and appliances became smarter, and when people started carrying tracking devices, an opportunity
Pay attention.
to criminal control over the world was emerging. We became connected, trackable, and surveilled. But so did they.
Exactly.
They became dependent, just like we did, on email, SMS, instant communication. It made crime much easier, but it also put them on a grid that, if accessed by the right people, would expose their crimes to the public and end their iron grip on us once and for all. In this new age of information, it was thought that the military should also have its own intelligence agency to focus on cybercrime and espionage. They called this the NSA, the National Security Agency. The relevance of the NSA in this story cannot be understated. Here we had every phone call, email, and text from every device stored and archived. Whether it be someone making a doctor's appointment or the deep state setting up a massive heroin purchase from the Taliban. In the right hands, it will be enough information to expose the entire sinister criminal plot to rob us blind and wipe us out.
We have the chance.
Now I need to explain the plan.
We have the chance.
The good guys were devising a plan to reclaim the world from the cabal and return it to the people.
Could be a lie, but we have a chance.
Countries, since the criminals had global rat lines, trade, and other infrastructure in place that would need their cooperation. It came down to two choices for America. Launch a military coup to seize the government from whichever cabal puppet was in the White House at the time, or win legitimately, take control of the NSA, expose the criminals for what they are, and arrest them all. Obviously, the first option would be very troubling for the public. With people still preoccupied with cabal-engineered social issues, they would likely revolt and hurt themselves and others. No, it would have to be the latter. So they needed a candidate who could win, and who could win big. Many states like California had been so heavily inundated by criminals that even the voting machines were electronically set up to swing votes any which
Yeah,
way.
Soros donated those. Imagine that.
Decisive victory. Good patriots in the U.S. military and their global partners asked Trump to run for president so they could take back control of America legitimately without alarming the public. Trump was a good choice, obviously, because he overcame the voter fraud and won. But he was a patriot, and he was loved and admired by the public. He was not interested in joining the cabal, mainly because they hated America. And he didn't
His name's never been on the Bilderberg fucking list.
as he showed interest in taking power, they activated their media assets to viciously turn on him. That's when we saw the sudden hatred emerge. Even when he won, the cabal still had no idea what he was a part of, and the sophisticated plan that was about to unfold against them.
I do understand that, but I know Jesus will come back, but at the same time, if we are the body of Christ and all of us are waking up, are we not the body of Christ? Are we not the ones that are supposed to stop all these pieces of shit that are hurting our babies, that are destroying our fucking world, that are poisoning us through our food, through our air, through our fucking water? They're hurting our children. They're fucking stealing them. They're raping them. They're sacrificing them and drinking their blood and torturing them for their fucking energy. If we are the body of fucking Christ, is it not up to us to fucking do something and stop this shit? Because I sure in the fuck don't want to be sitting here when Father comes home and fucking be sitting here, oh, I was waiting for you to come deal with all these fuckers. No, I'm sorry.
Shocked at their loss, they mobilized their full arsenal of intelligence, media, money, and technology to try and take back power. There are people at the top of the DOJ and FBI that put together a plan to flame Trump and have him impeached. This is where we come back to the NSA again. All messages were stored and could be used to expose this plot and prevent Trump's overthrow. An entire book will be written about the first 2 years of Trump's presidency. False flag terror attacks, down planes, missile alerts, assassination attempts.
Yep, this will come out.
The world is currently experiencing a dramatic covert war of biblical proportions. Literally the fight for Earth between the forces of good and evil. I can't put it in simpler terms, but I can say it appears the good guys are winning. The cabal had complete control over North Korea. They hijacked the Kim dynasty, took them hostage, and worked to build up a nuclear arsenal to threaten the world. Kim Jong-un suddenly embracing peace was simply because the deep state were beaten and driven out. ISIS was also destroyed in the year following Trump's win. We are all starting to see the pattern now that enough time has passed, that our biggest global concerns are starting to recede, and peace is returning. It is all evidence that the good guys are winning the war. But we're still in the middle. While a lot is improving, it still puzzles many that most of these known criminals are still free, especially the higher-ups like Hillary Clinton, the Bushes, and Obama. That is coming in the next chapter of the story. That's why we have Q. The good guys with control over the NSA began the Q intelligence
He's
dissemination
looking for us to
program
take care of
build an
it,
online
what we
grassroots
can.
movement that came to be called the Great Awakening. It started on underground internet channels and then moved to the mainstream. Q has been a fun distraction for those who follow world events and desire truth, but it is about to begin a much more important and necessary phase, keeping the public informed when the deep state war breaks out onto the surface. By this, I mean high-profile arrests. Yes, folks, the criminals I'm referring to are famous politicians, actors, singers, CEOs, and celebrities. People who have earned our trust, respect, and admiration. They have done very bad things that are all fully known and documented, and they will be severely punished. Those of us who have followed Q since the beginning will be here to help you make sense of the coming events. We are among the first.
See, I'm not all about Q and all that, but they tell a lot of truth, but it could be controlled opposition. Don't deny.
Capitalism or socialism,
Oh,
Democrat or
excuse me.
Republican, black or white, Muslim or Christian. We know it was just very powerful criminals who had too much power. Fellow slaves, it's time to buckle your seatbelt, recognize your true enemy, and embrace a new future that we all owe to the brave patriots who risked their lives to achieve this victory against the greatest force of evil the world has ever known. May God bless America.
Now, one side in this campaign has been telling us that the issues of this election are the maintenance of peace and prosperity. The line has been used, we've never had it so good.
I won't have to worry about putting gas in my car. I won't have to worry about paying my mortgage. You know, if I help him, he's gonna help me.
But I have an uncomfortable feeling that this prosperity isn't something on which we can base our hopes for the future.
The key point I'm making right now is that the economy is moving in a positive direction.
And yet our government continues to spend $17 million a day more than the government takes in.
You're telling me we got to go spend money to keep from going bankrupt? Yes, I'm telling you.
We've raised our debt limit 3 times in the last 12 months. And now our national debt is 1.5 times bigger than all the combined debts of all the nations of the world.
We're going to raise the debt limit. We always have. We will do it again.
We have $15 billion in gold in our treasury. We don't own an ounce.
I have been informed by that the majority plans to block consideration of this amendment, which is number 1367.
Well, Tim, I agree with you there. Well, I know I will die for my Savior. You know, one of the last things they'll do to come after us for that is literally, well, the letter J was never made. It was never invented until the 1600s. That's one of the first things they'll do to come for us. We know the true Father's name is Yahweh. But no matter what, Jesus Christ, he knows that's what it is. But that will be the last thing that they come for us. For some reason, I had to tell you that. Something told me to tell you that. But no, we will die for our values and our understanding. Deception. Hey, I'm really glad you found my channel too. And you know, what's really crazy is I talk to some people and like, especially they'll tell me that they're scared. And here, I'm gonna flip. No, I know, definitely. We will gladly wouldn't be here doing what we're doing. I mean, it's Friday night. We're not at the bar. I'm not out shooting one-handed pool, making people look stupid. Fucking hilarious. You have no idea. But when people will tell me that they're scared, because when you do come across this at first, some people will be scared. And I tell them, like, you know, it's understand to feel that, but the sooner that you realize that your head's going to be chopped off or that you're going to be crucified, the sooner that you come to that understanding, it frees you of fear. And you know, I try to tell people that it's like, because trust me, people don't realize, like, we are being hunted. The straight white male Christian. People don't realize, the news doesn't tell us about all the Christians that are being killed throughout the Middle East. They've been killed for, oh my God. You know, they talk about the Holocaust. There's a whole bunch of stuff against that, you know, proves it and doesn't prove it, and this and that, and blah, blah, blah. I don't know how you can kill, you know, 6 million people when there was only 3 million of those people in all of Europe, and all of Europe wasn't taken over. But hey, that's kind of how it is. You know, but nobody wants to talk about the Armenian genocide, that we know at least 150 million Christians were slaughtered. Nobody wants to talk about that, do they? You know, it's been going on for a long time. I mean, you look at the Young Turks. That was the name of the people and the movement that came up to slaughter all of those freaking Armenian Christians, and many more. And then you have literally the Young Turks that, you know, some young people listen to, because I remember I came across them and I saw a couple of their videos. I'm like, oh, that was pretty good. That was interesting. And then I was like, whoa, I saw another one, and then another one. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. And then finally came in researching them, and then realized, put the 2 and 2 together, they have the same name as them, a genocidal, literally freaking to kill Christians. People don't realize Christians are the ones that are being killed everywhere. South Africa, everywhere. They're trying to destroy Christianity. And the main reason that they're trying to destroy Christianity is when people come together through Christianity, it doesn't matter whether you're white, orange, purple, freaking maroon. It doesn't matter what color you are. Christianity binds and has people assimilate together. And without having that, we've lost everything. And that's what they're trying to freaking destroy. That's why they're trying to put Baphomet up everywhere. The fucking Satanist pieces of shit.
Regarding the transparency at the Federal Reserve.
Sorry.
Dollar claims are
We're not around.
$27.3 billion.
It's said that China has now surpassed Japan as the U.S. government's largest creditor, owning at least 10% of all U.S. debt, perhaps as much as $700 billion.
And they got all Hillary's emails.
And we've just had announced that the dollar of 1939 will now purchase 45 cents in its total value.
President Obama is
People don't
expected
realize
to face
that.
tough questions over the U.S. decision to pump $600 billion freshly printed dollars into its economy. Now, the move is an attempt to revive the country's finances, but will result in a devaluation of the dollar.
We're at war with the most dangerous enemy that has ever faced mankind in his long climb from the swamp.
You're the shit, Tim.
We've got to give them a stake in creating the kind of world order that I think all of us would like to see.
The world order.
It's been said
Bastard.
if we lose that war, and in so doing lose this way of freedom of ours,
You'll construct a legal regime to make indefinite detention legal.
history will record with the greatest astonishment that those who had the most to lose did the least to prevent its happening.
Alright, yeah, that's about over. Yeah, I can't wait to get the computer going so I can just have videos and go through them, but we'll deal with this.
Know the freedoms that were intended for us by the founding fathers.
For some trips, it'll be faster.
We want some real shit. We want flat Earth. We want something to laugh about. We want some Gavin McGinnis. What do we want to do, man?
Everybody except the baby was picked to go through the scanner.
If we lose freedom here, there's no place to escape to. This is the last stand on Earth.
Nice. I actually do have a good one.
Capacity for self-government, or whether we abandon the American Revolution and confess that a little intellectual elite in a far distant capital can plan our lives for us better than we can plan them ourselves.
I've got a core set of values that I think.
Don't you love it when he said we're not a Christian nation? What a cuck.
That my
Wanted to fuck. Oh my god. Wanted to punch myself in the face when I heard that
Increasingly,
from
we have to
him.
choose between a left or right. Well, I'd like to suggest there is no such thing as a left or right. There's only an up or down.
We had an election, and it was about a direction for our country.
And regardless of their sincerity, their humanitarian motives, those who would trade our freedom for security have embarked on this downward course. In this vote harvesting time, they used terms.
Hold on, I got one other good one, and then we'll hit flat Earth.
Told a few days ago by the president, we must accept a greater
No, yeah, I'll hit flat Earth. I got one other one. Oh god. What a good fucking promoter of
With our
fucking
liberal
shit.
friends is not that they're ignorant. It's just that they know so much that isn't so.
Over the course of 10 years, it would cost what it would cost us.
It would.
Okay. We're going to.
Goodness.
It would cost us about the same as it would cost.
Fucking cucks. Alright. There we go.
What's going on, James? Over the last couple of years, I've built a
Shut up.
pretty large
Nobody cares
online
about your bridge. Shut up.
Question. Who, beside Donald Trump, is more loathed and maligned by the mainstream mockingbird media? The answer, of course, is Vladimir Putin. And the last thing the Clinton, Soros, New World Order mafia wants is closer ties between Russia and the United States. In fact, those that would rabble-rouse and beat the drums of war would like nothing more than conflict between the United States and Russia. What if I were to tell you that the same mockingbird mainstream media that has covered up the global child pedophilia rings, including the Pizzagate story, is also refusing to report about Vladimir Putin's knowledge of the elite's penchant for pedophilia? In his 2016 Christmas speech, Vladimir Putin dropped some bombshells
I saw
on
that.
the New World Order that were completely ignored by the mainstream U.S. press. And in his Christmas speech, we see some startling similarities between Putin and Trump, both of whom seem to recognize the fact that the New World Order powers are aligned against sovereign states,
Sorry, I had to make a
aligned
drink, mate.
against Christianity, aligned against traditional morals, and aligned against the family. In his incredible speech, Putin says, "We see that many Euro-Atlantic states have taken the way where they deny or reject their own roots, including their Christian roots, which form the basis of Western civilization. In these countries, the moral basis and any traditional identity are being denied. National, religious, cultural, and
Sorry,
even
roommate showed
gender
up drunk.
identities are being denied
Don't mind him.
or relativized. There, politics treats a family with many children as equal to a homosexual partnership. Faith in God is equal to faith in Satan." And guys, here's the Pizzagate DC pedo ring bombshell that Putin dropped. And I quote, "The excesses and exaggeration of political correctness in these countries indeed leads to serious consideration for the legitimization of parties that promote the propaganda of pedophilia. Putin clearly knows about the elite's penchant for pedophilia.
I like
and
to call
Tom
it out,
DeLay
bitch.
himself has
Shut up.
warned the American people.
Well, we've already found
Oh, my roommate just cracked a beer.
coming out of the
He's
Justice
blind. He doesn't
Department.
know anything.
They're now going to go after 12 new perversions. Things like bestiality.
Yeah.
Polygamy.
You hear about this? They tried to pass this through
having
Congress.
Sex with little boys and making
Yeah.
that legal.
They tried to pass that through Congress.
The people in many European states are actually ashamed of their religious affiliations and are indeed frightened to speak about them. Guys, as a side note,
They
for
wanted to be
those
able to
who've
have
never
sex with
read the
kids that were
Protocols
12.
of the Elders of Zion, which is
That
claimed
was
to
the
be
law. They
nothing
tried to
more than
pass
a
it.
hoax
It's
or a
funny is-
forgery, I'd encourage you to read those protocols and then consider the war that is being waged that Putin is describing in this speech, and then ask yourself, is something behind the scenes driving this agenda? And do Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin stand in some opposition to it? Putin says Christian holidays and celebrations are abolished or neutrally renamed, as if one were ashamed of those Christian holidays. With this method, one hides away the deeper moral value of these celebrations. And of course, he's referring to the birth of Jesus Christ and the rebirth of the human race through the blood of Jesus. Putin says, and these countries try to force this model onto other countries globally. I am deeply convinced that this is a direct way to the degradation and
I can tell you're down there
privatization
just
of
listening
culture.
to me and watching me for a
This
while.
leads to deeper demographic and moral crisis in the West. What can be a better evidence for the
serious?
moral crisis of a human society than the loss of its reproductive function? And today,
Did you
nearly
ask
all developed Western countries cannot survive
What do you think yours are
reproductively,
crippled?
not even with the help of
Everything.
violence. Without the moral values that are rooted in Christianity
I
and
don't
other
care,
world
but if you
religions,
asked me, he would tell you,
without
yeah.
rules, and moral values which have formed and been developed over millennia, people will inevitably lose their human dignity. We can see the degradation of family in our own society tearing us apart. Putin stands in opposition to that degradation. And yet the mainstream Mockingbird media would label this man an enemy of humanity and an enemy of the United States. Putin continues, and we think it is right and natural to defend and preserve these moral values. One has to respect the right of every minority to self-determination, but at the same time, there cannot and must not be any doubt about the rights of the majority. And here's where Putin starts to sound a lot like some of the things Donald Trump said when he was running for president. Quote, at the same time as this process at a national level, we observe on an international level the attempts to create a unipolar, unified model of the world, to relativize and remove institutions of international right and national sovereignty. Trump himself has said the number one way to preserve peace and prosperity is through the sovereign state.
We will no longer surrender this country or its people to the false song of globalism. The nation state remains the true foundation for happiness and harmony. I am skeptical of international unions that tie us up and bring America down. And under my administration, we will never enter America into any agreement that reduces our ability to control our own affairs.
And the sovereign state stands in stark opposition to the Rockefeller, Rothschild, Soros desire for a new world order, one world government. Putin says, in such a unipolar, unified world, there is no place for sovereign states. Such a world would need merely vassals. And when he refers to vassals, think of the way the EU is set up. Thank goodness it's falling apart. But the EU has unelected bureaucrats in Brussels that supersede democracy, that supersede the will of the people, and that in turn only enforce the tyranny of the banking elite, which controls the EU. And in this clip, Putin concludes, from a historical perspective, such a unipolar world would mean the surrender of one's own identity and of God-created diversity. Guys, when he says the surrender of one's own identity, it is exactly what the New World Order
no matter
wants.
what, though, I will give fucking Putin mad credit because Christianity has grown and blown up under him. And that, shut the fuck up. You're not.
You don't know. You're not fucking.
Oh my God, Jason, eat it. So, you know, one thing that I will admit is that is something that you got to give some mad credit for, because we all know what communism did. They killed fucking 100 million people pretty much. Lots of them fucking Christians. Because the easiest thing is to get people away from religion, because when people are together with a religion, it doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter where you come from. If you come together, you can assimilate because you can come into one understanding. And the last thing they want is for you to have that.
It wants to cloud the lines between men and women, between right and wrong. It wants willing subjects that will bow down before the technological beast system of one world government, of one world currency, of the will of the banking elite, the satanic banking elite, as exemplified by Pizzagate, by Pedogate, by Jimmy Savile, and those that would cover up the crimes against children. The most important part of this speech, and I'll allow Putin to say it in his own words,
политкорректности доходит до того, что всерьез говорится о регистрации партий, ставящих своей целью пропаганду педофилии.
Have you ever wondered why we go to war? Or why you never seem to be able to get out of debt? Why there is poverty, division, and crime? What if I told you there was a reason for it all?
Why the Borg?
What if I told you it was done
No.
on purpose? What if I told you that those who were corrupting the world, poisoning our food, and igniting conflict were themselves about to be permanently eradicated from the earth? You might think that an idealistic fantasy. Well, let me tell you a story.
Hold on.
We acknowledge there are criminals, of course. They rob your house, they steal your phone. They can murder you too if they think they can get away with it. We have all experienced criminals in one way or another. Criminals, as we know, are those who choose personal gain at the rights of others and have no regard for the law. But here's where you need to expand your thinking. Criminals can also succeed in business and politics and can be elected as our leaders.
Cool, you're not gonna pee on my leg, right?
Became the president, imagine what they could achieve. They could use
That's
the
not a
full
good
weight
thing.
of their
I thought you just
executive
peed
power
it
to
on.
commit much larger crimes
Sorry.
and ensure they and their friends were enriched to the fullest extent possible. A criminal president could create alliances with other criminal presidents and then collaborate on more global criminal activities. Anything goes. Drug running, human trafficking, whatever makes the big bucks. The 20th century was turbulent with war, economic disaster, famines, and displacement. We have always accepted these things as just human nature, and simply the way the world works. Something inevitable, and due to the weaknesses of human nature that drive us to these actions. This is where we were all tragically wrong. You are not a criminal. I'm not a criminal. So how can we just assume that it is human nature that is driving all this pain and misery? What if it wasn't human nature at all, and as a result of something more deliberate? We were taught that capitalism was the cause of a massive rich-poor divide and the reason for poverty, which in turn is the reason for war, crime, and starvation. Others were taught that communism, the system of equal wealth across all people, was really to blame for the mess. But you see, folks, it is none of these things. It is not our nature to fight and be racist. It is not in our nature to rob from others. What you must learn is that it was the criminals all along. Yes, they got power. More power than a criminal should ever have. They rose to the top of media companies that control our news and entertainment. They ascended to the top of the banking system, also to the Oval Office, to Brussels, to the Vatican, to the Crown. They crept in quietly. They became leaders of agricultural companies who have control over our food supply. Also big pharmaceutical companies, the ones we trust to help us when we're sick. Nobody stopped them, and they just recruited more criminals to help them. First, they accumulated the world's wealth. They invented a system of money called central banking, which lends money to governments with interest, placing countries into eternal debt. People's wealth got less. Their wealth got more.
Sorry, hold on. I suck,
When
I
a
know.
criminal is already as rich as they can get, then protecting their ill-gotten gains becomes the priority. Angry citizens tired of being poor are a major
No,
obstacle.
fuck, wait. Actually, I got
if they
my
suffer
own
enough.
video I want to show you. Shit,
Criminals
sorry,
needed to
man.
prevent this.
Fucking
So they
roommate fucking me
diverted
up.
attention to the last remaining competitor, the people of the world. You and me. We were not happy being ruled by criminals and having to work 3 jobs just to survive. They know we won't accept it. So they use their control of the media to set black against white.
No, I know. I fucking did a live stream a couple nights ago, and I don't know. I put it out, and I said it was gonna be a really good one. What was the name of it? Nations of Deception. Man, I did that, and dude, that was one of the best live streams I had. It was pretty damn good. But no, I did have something wanted to show you. Let's see what the fuck. But, you know, one of the funny things that I always... Oh, come on. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, whatever. This is what, actually... I'm going to put this on, but I still got to find the other thing I'm looking for. Sorry, but this is good. I'm sure you haven't seen this. And I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
Fellow American patriots, I come to you today to let you know that your government cannot overpower you, and that you as the people hold your own fate and your way of life in the palm of your hands. You are under the watchful eye of an ever-increasingly tyrannical government, but within that government lies patriots just like you. For fear of retaliation from that very government and the safety of my family, I'm forced to cover my face like a common criminal, like a coward. I've been told that my thoughts are traitorous and that my actions un-American. Why? Because I support the people? Because I support the Constitution? I'm here today to say to those of you that are asleep that you are the traitor. You that stand idly by as our freedom is slowly stripped from us are the un-American. I ask the civilians on the street if they're aware of the form of government that this United States was founded on. Almost every one of them proudly stated democracy. We spread democracy across the world. Let me read to you Article 4, Section 4 of the Constitution of the United States. The United States shall guarantee to every state in the Union a republican form of government, and it shall protect each of them against invasion and on application of the legislature or the executive legislature cannot be convened against domestic violence. Tell me if this one sounds familiar. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. How did we get so far from our roots? And while I'm on pledges, maybe you might have seen a YouTube video produced by Marvel Productions where dozens of celebrities pledged to be a servant to our president, mankind. A servant to our president. Last time I checked, our president is a servant of the people. And I pledge no allegiance to the people. And what I pledge? I pledge that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, both foreign and domestic. And I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, so help me God. That's what I pledge. And that's the pledge that every U.S. service member makes. Yet it seems most of them don't even know what's in the Constitution. The Second Amendment, written December 15, 1791, a well-regulated militia being necessary and the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Shall not be infringed. I consider any law that affect my right to keep and bear arms an infringement of that right. You lawmakers out there, go ahead. Push past the Blair holes of H.R. 45. We'll use every avenue of peaceful resolve that we have. But you push our backs against the wall, and we will push back. Next is attention. The power is not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, or prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states respectively or the people. So all these laws that the government passes, like you having to give your child a shot at autism before your child can attend public school, the restrictions of homeschooling, the banning of medicines that help people, gun control being referred to the committee right now as I speak, the suspension of habeas corpus, signing of constitutional laws that 9 states have already declared sovereignty of the United States government. And it's expected that over 20 of them. I was proud whenever I read the Oklahoma State resolution. That this serve as notice and demand to the federal government as our agents to cease and desist effective immediately mandates that are beyond the scope of these constitutionally delegated powers. That's passion, conviction, dedication for the Oklahoma residents. And they're not alone. We, the American patriots, are tired of standing idly by. This is a call to arms. Support the sovereignty of your states. Reclaim your freedoms. Write your senators. Write your congressmen. Write your state representatives. For you American citizens that are asleep, there's something going on around you. You can't see it. It's because you're so self-absorbed. Your trinkets, your cell phone, your video games, your corporate jobs. There's a revolution brewing under the surface of your country and you don't even know it. If I ask you if you're awake and you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to start searching for information. You need to read your Constitution. You need to know your rights. Look at what started the first revolution. Do research on your monetary system. Keyword the Federal Reserve. Ask yourself a simple question. Do I want to be free? Or do I just ask for a protective master to watch over me? Time for you to make that choice is at hand. The enemies of the Constitution are not far away in some distant desert. They're found right here on our own soil. We have become become complacent.
Sometimes they
We've
just
allowed
want
the
to do that
tyrants
to
to
see how
take
far
over
they
this
can go
country,
to have that
and we have
look.
no one to blame but
Sometimes they'll do
ourselves.
that a couple of times, and then
The time is now.
end up being
We
like,
must
okay,
rise up
well,
together
we're
as
doing
one
this right
voice
now
and
because there's
resist
this
while we
one
still have the
little
ability to resist.
I don't
I don't believe you're afraid of the government.
Then
No matter how can you fight something as strong as the U.S. military? I ask you this question.
okay, either he's bored or
Who is it that's behind those rifles that you fear?
That's how it
Preach
starts.
it, brother. They are your sons,
That's why I don't talk to
your
bitches on
daughters,
social media. I don't do
your
that
mothers,
shit.
and your fathers.
Is that one of the reasons
They're
why you stayed
American
on
citizens
Facebook?
just like you.
I've never done.
Let me
Oh, I
assure
knew
you,
if I got on Facebook.
there is a resistance within the military.
100%. Like, I knew
Not
that.
Is that why?
Oh,
not
dude.
obey,
Like,
will not allow the American
I don't know how
people
Facebook
rights
completely
people
works.
weighing in.
But I know my YouTube shit just kind of
Will
goes
not
out to
disarm the
everybody.
American people
But
during martial
nobody,
law.
for whatever
It's
reason,
a
it
different
doesn't.
network, son.
We will
No,
die
I know,
fighting
but
our
I'm just
brothers
saying
and
all of my
arms
shit
and
goes
laws,
out to like
but we
around
will
the world
not
all
fight
this
our
time, but
country.
it's like
Our
it
lives
doesn't
are
ever
at
seem to
stake
be
on
anybody
this.
person on me making my videos with YouTube.
But Facebook
But
is.
Facebook, I would imagine
Time
it
is
would
the
be like, you know, he was
The
also
government
supposed to
pushes
say
us
he
into
went
a
to school.
corner,
I don't.
and I
You
wish you
don't
well.
create a profile.
Fight the
Right?
lies and the philosophy of the toughest thing our
And exactly,
generations
and I know
have
as soon as
ever
I create a
endured.
profile, there's my
Your
name, there's
grandchildren's
this and that.
grandchildren
I
will
would
read about
no.
how you fought for
And
their freedom.
that would not.
You like
You
That
somebody
would
will live
destroy
by as
everything
forces
that I
we
have.
allow the government to ever do this
Yeah,
again.
even if I didn't want
Patriots,
to, even if I didn't communicate
I'll
and
leave you
never
with
wanted
saying
to
that my
talk
father
back and
left the
forth to them or
day
whatever,
that I left the Marine Corps.
her looking at it and also trying to get
Friendships up, heads down. Make your foxholes deep. Godspeed. It's worth a day on the sun.
Yeah.
Remember the time when you go to Canada? I wanted her from Canada. Yes, I didn't try.
Never forget
Or mate, yeah.
what is in front of us, brothers and sisters.
I don't. You didn't like
We've
it.
allowed this to get so far.
I think you heard
We have
about it.
such little time to stop
You
it,
might have.
let alone prepare for
Yeah,
it.
you fucking did.
I love you.
You totally did.
Johnny, you know this, and I think you know this.
Set it pride, people.
Anything you've ever said to me, I've never said to her, ever. You know that.
Well, unless you're just being a cunt.
No, but you know that.
Yes, I know. I totally know that.
Because guys are guys, right?
Exactly. No, I know that.
They also
Oh, it froze on me. Really?
sentences in fact
Sorry, guys.
statements.
Keeps fucking doing that shit.
I'll tell a story. It's factual. You may not like it.
Oh shit.
You may be against it.
Sorry.
You may think in your own
Blah blah blah. Well, I'll let him talk while I find this. Sorry.
that it's evil, but that's your problem. That's your problem if you want to cry because somebody raised their voice. Or because someone served in the military.
Okay, this one was actually pretty fucking good. And I think you've seen this. I think you will like it.
After they killed Jesus, they went after his disciples. Not just the 12, but men, women, and child disciples who had drunk the living water to never thirst again, and who spread the
What does it do that? It go up to 5. It shows 5 people here, and then it just goes to 1 in fucking blink of an eye.
Our Father
Builds up to 5 and goes blink an eye 1.
had come to heal the spiritually blind. Our eyes were opened, and we were set free from the worthless rituals and concepts of spirituality that had kept us from our direct connection to Him since the beginning of time. Religious concepts that kept our spirit in bondage because
Thanks for
we
being here,
surrendered
Timothy.
our spirit of righteousness and discernment totally to the letter
That's alright with
the
me.
doctrines of man, and kept us submissive to the will of the priests and rabbis and the bishop Pharisees.
He tells me all the time nobody's here.
These
And then hella people are
are
responding.
the ones who killed Jesus and went after his followers, who broke away from the letter of the law. In a time frame of over 300 years, they persecuted and murdered 12 million men, women, and child disciples of Jesus. They were fed to the lions. They were burned alive. They were tortured to death.
Sorry, I'm just gonna pause this really quick. I know that's pretty. This came to my head laughing that, you know, when everybody starts getting home from the bar, is all of a sudden when it'll start growing, because it usually does that every Friday and Saturday night. All of a sudden they get back from the bar and they're like, oh, and then they start coming checking out. I always call it my late coming sinners. No, we all know we used to go there all the time.
In gladiator stadiums, but they feared not, because they already had a direct connection to the Father, a red phone line to the divine. No need for mediators.
How fucked up that'd have been,
to the Father,
Matt Lion.
because our Father incarnate, Jesus, had already reconciled us to himself. For every 100 they killed, 200 would be born again of the Spirit.
Yeah, there'll be lots of
They
pain.
burned their
It won't be
places
easy,
of
brother.
gathering and fellowship, and confiscated their
Lots of
Christian
pain.
literature,
Not what happens to us, but the ones we
and up
love.
to 50 Gospels of the testimonies of Jesus Christ. The Roman Empire took control of all ancient written manuscripts of Christian literature. The Roman Empire had to figure out a way to stop the spreading of this gospel of the good news of Jesus Christ, because killing them didn't work. In 312 AD, Roman Emperor Constantine did just that. In order to capture the spirit of the disciples of Jesus, he would convert to Christianity himself and modify the gospel of Jesus Christ into his pagan version of Christianity.
Jesus' followers were fed to wild animals for Roman entertainment. Then, as the story goes, the Roman Emperor Constantine had a vision of the cross, which inspired him to adopt Jesus as his savior. As a result,
Okay. Alright, so my buddy is sitting here and he wants to ask me about Jesus Christ, he just said. So we can give this a real shot and a real try. So, okay. Well, let's move some stuff out of the way here. Now, there we go. Look, now I got a real live stream. There's actually more than one person that can talk. Couldn't figure out my computer, though. Just checking. Alright, what do you want to ask me?
So, who is Jesus Christ to you, Johnny?
Well, to me, I would say it is a belief that we have that is really hard to, I mean, I believe in the Bible, I believe in all that. I believe it is a belief that we have, and I hope with all my heart, and I know with all my heart that he had to have been a real man, because people didn't write things down and people didn't carry on stories like they did unless there was some grain of truth to it. From all the research that I've done, I'm pretty damn sure that Yeshua walked the earth, and that Yeshua, Yamashia, that's, you know, that is Jesus. That's Jesus.
Okay.
The letter J was never invented or made for language until the 1600s.
Okay.
That's just a translation. So, but to me, I would say that, as it's written, he's our savior for whatever reason, and he is the one, or what the spirit of him, of what we're supposed to be, and the understanding of love and being a righteous person. Me, I grew up a long time just thinking karma. And one thing that I've noticed with Jesus is, Yeshua, whatever you want to call him, is that karma is kind of along the same lines as Jesus. If you do right things and you are a good person, for the most part, you're taken care of. When you do stupid things and bad things and things that you shouldn't, you usually get bit in the fucking ass, one way or another, sooner or later. So to me, it's really a hard question. No wonder you wanted to ask that. And you're like, yeah, duh. You're such a dick. That's a really hard question to ask somebody. But to me, it is the way. And, one thing that irritates me a lot, though, is, people waiting for this old gray-haired guy to come down off of a cloud to save everything. Because if we are the body of Christ, what the fuck are we doing sitting here waiting? There's all these freaking pedophiles. There's all this shit that's going on that's happening to children, how corrupt the world is, all the suffering that we're letting these governments do to us. Fucking all this shit that we're letting happen. So we're supposed to sit here and wait for him to come and say, oh, thank you finally came and saved us because we're so fucking stupid. Even though you gave us the power to save ourselves, none of us tried to do anything. And I really think that people standing up for this election and choosing Trump was our reprieve, because if we would have got Hillary, oh man, everybody that's ever listened to my channel, I really feel it would be in fucking FEMA camps, 100%. They'd be in fucking FEMA camps, and that'd be the end of that. I really think. And I think because of the grace of God, because of the grace of Jesus, Yahweh, seriously, that enough people stood up that we didn't have to go the way of Sodom and Gomorrah. But all he's given is a reprieve. It's still coming. The end is still coming.
Are you saying by choosing Donald Trump that we chose not to...
I think we gave ourselves a reprieve in a way, because people... If you look at the people that are Donald Trump supporters, they're people that are Christian. Most of them, right? More of them are Christian than are on the left.
So just curious,
if you look who's on the left, a lot of them are Antifa, these people that fuck other things, but that they literally worship Satan, and they want Satanism. They want fucking Muslims to come and run our country.
So do you think that people that voted for Hillary are Satanists?
No, many people running the shit. The sad thing is that many people that voted for Hillary or like Hillary, they're just brainwashed. That's what it is. They're brainwashed.
That's a great question. So that's a great question. So let me ask you. So fair question, fair point. They're brainwashed, but do you think you could be on the other side of being brainwashed?
Okay, see, that makes sense. Except for they have no facts, and that's when you go to any the people on the left. They have no facts. If you try to actually have a conversation with them, and they're like, "Well, he's racist." Hold on, I'm talking about people on the left.
Okay.
And you're like, "Well, what do you hate about Donald Trump?" And they're like, "Well, he's racist. He's a sexist. He's a bigot. He's this. He's that." And then you're like, "Okay, can you give me one example?" And literally, they will walk away because they have nothing to say. They have nothing to debate. What he one time said that, hey, women, guess what? If you got enough money, they'll let you just go up and grab them. They don't really care.
Grab pussies.
Yes, whatever. And did he say anything that was a lie? No. We've come into this PC culture is to make us all fucking stupid.
Are people commenting on it?
Yeah, go ahead.
So you're saying that people voted for
Right,
Hillary,
you can't read that?
No, I just saw comments on that.
Well, read it.
Okay, so do you believe that everybody who believed in the democratic way are Satanists?
No, not everybody, but a lot of the people up at the top that are running it, like through Hollywood, if you look at the mainstream media and from day to day, people do this where they let everybody, they go from the beginning of all feeds of mainstream media, excuse me, and they'll all have the same catchphrase. Have you ever seen one of those?
No.
The montage? They'll do a thing, and I'm not joking, and they do many of them, to where you literally have 60 different news stations that the first thing that comes out of their mouth is all the same monologue and all the same thing. You understand what I'm saying? And
but isn't the flip side the same? In a different way?
But no. But what I'm saying is their first catchphrase of the day is always that. But yes, when they end up coming in, it's always different. I'm just saying, one is like, oh, you think you've lost enough pounds, or, oh, Easter's coming, got to do this, or just weird things. But it's always the same thing, so you know that they're actually oh, look, cat's chasing them off. They always have the same thing coming down.
Video.
What's that?
You're not in the stream.
Oh, well, there we go.
There you go.
But it's always, you know, a catchphrase like that. But of course, they have the same monologue. And then you have the same thing with CNN. They constantly say all this dumb bullshit, and then they have to redact it.
But
vote,
the Fox says the same dumb shit too.
No, they don't. If you actually listen, when they come, they actually come with facts. And if they actually get something wrong, they redact it and they say, hey, we're sorry we got this wrong. 90% of the time, CNN, and they don't do that. But they'll sit and talk about something that was false for 6 months, even though they knew it was false for the whole time. And then they say 30 seconds of saying sorry.
Like what? What's, for example, false?
Dude, you can go up and look it
No,
up.
no,
I'm not
just say a
talking, but I'm not
specific
going to
thing.
bring up an example. There's hundreds and there's thousands of them.
Give me
So
one.
I don't need to come up with freaking anything. Okay, here's one. Okay, what about when Trump went to China? Here's one of the most simplest ones. Not China, sorry, Japan. They went up to the big koi pond. And they're sitting out there and they're scooping it at first. And then the fucking leader of
Scooping
Japan,
what?
they had a little wooden box with koi food in it. So
Okay.
they're out there, him and the president of Japan, and they're out there going, and they're just putting out little spoonfuls. Finally, the president of Japan goes like this and just dumps the whole box in, and Trump looks at him 3 seconds later and is like, dumps the whole box in too. CNN for 3 days, if it was not longer, it's been a while, but for more than 3 days, maybe even it was a week, I don't remember. They went along and they only showed the footage of Trump going up there and they showed both of them putting out spoonfuls, right? And then they cut off the president of Japan dumping his box in there, and then they just showed Trump looking at him and smiling because Trump's just doing exactly what he did. They cut that footage out. That is propaganda. They're brainwashing you to think that Trump right there was being freaking disrespectful to one of our greatest allies in the East. That's what the fuck they were doing. And they continue to do that with everything that they do.
Can you pause? So by Trump doing that, spilling in the thing of all the fish or whatever, that, and CNN is, you know, they're really good at editing shit out.
Very good.
And they only
good
say,
at making when somebody tells the truth, having technical difficulties.
It's not telling the truth, but it's just.
No, I'm saying when somebody comes on that they're interviewing.
It's just
they have technical difficulties all the time.
They just edit it to their point of view.
Yes. But that's not their point of view, because if you show the whole video, anybody can take that. Well, he did that. That's not their point of view. That's a lie. Because you're editing 4 seconds that would actually show the real story. They're changing the story. That's not their point of view. If the president of their country goes like that and looks at him and smiles, what is he saying? It's cool, dude. We don't need to sit here for freaking 20 minutes and scoop out koi food. We got more important things to do. So, yes, that is...
So what's wrong with that?
That's brainwashing. That's brainwashing.
But what's wrong with Trump doing what he did?
Because they cut out the clip of the president of Japan doing it first. Are you not getting the premise? They cut that out so it looked like Trump went over there and was disrespectful. When all Trump did was...
disrespectful what Trump did?
When you don't show that the president of the... Are you that, John? When you don't show the president of Japan doing the same thing...
How is that negative to Trump, though? Trump didn't do anything wrong.
No, oh my, are you not getting from 1 to 4 here? Look, they're only showing Trump go there, put out a little couple things, and they show the Japanese president putting out a couple of scoops. And then they cut out the part where the Japanese president dumps the whole thing in there, and they just show the rest of the world after the Japanese president is throwing a couple scoops out. Trump just dumps the whole fucking thing in. Like he's being disrespectful. They're changing the premise of the story. Do you not get that? And you think that's okay? That is literally fucking propaganda.
Is Trump being disrespectful by doing that? I don't think so.
No, he wasn't, but how they're... Oh my God. Do you not know how liberals work? Did you know animal crackers, the circus crackers you used to get?
No, but
listen. This is how... No, I'm going to tell you. This is how crazy liberals are.
I think your viewers want to know what the true
Hold
story
on.
is.
Oh my God. They get it. You don't. Look, this is how crazy liberals are. You know the Barnum and Bailey animal crackers that you used to get?
Yeah.
Guess what? You know how all the animals are in cages? Well, since PETA ain't got nothing else to go after right now, it seems, they made them change the box to all of them being out in a free range because they said that was again, PETA made a box that has been selling crackers that has had the same thing on the box for longer than you've been alive. Change the front of their box. That's the liberal mind thinking that we're dealing with. That's who we're dealing with. We're in a war against principles and principalities. Here's the problem. The people that are brainwashed by those principles and principalities are flesh and blood. That's what we're stuck with. That's what we're dealing with. I don't know if that, whatever. Did I answer your fucking question?
Not really.
Well, what do you need to know?
But this is minor stuff, Johnny.
Okay, well,
this is
the
minor.
devil is in the details, and the smallest shit is what brainwashes people in the beginning. But go ahead. So, what else you got?
But how do you think like Trump is
what?
Is being so great?
Well, he's already taken more regulations off in 2 years and had our just amazing amount of regulations. I mean, nobody's ever done what he's done. Hold on. Let alone.
You get all those comments on it?
Yeah. And besides that, look at the GBD. Give me a fucking break.
What's GBD?
What the fuck? GPD. Sorry. Fucking look at the growth. Look at the growth of the nation. Look at what it is. It's at fucking 4.2. Whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Don't fuck with me, dude. I will burn you.
Okay.
So.
Don't want to be burned.
Oh, fuck off. Usually like it. No.
Go ahead.
But no, I mean, look at the growth that we've had. We never had anything above 1.3 with Obama. I mean,
that's not true. That's not true.
Okay, what did get 1.7 for one fucking quarter?
It was 2.3, 2.6.
I'll eat a dick, whatever.
No, but it's true.
Okay, his average was like 1.3. So whatever, bro. Look at black unemployment, Mexican unemployment, fucking under everything. People are working. Guess what?
It's great. It's
you
great.
Want to know what's even more great? Even, guess what? Food stamps. 50% reduction in people that are freaking on food stamps. That's pretty fucking awesome.
Talk to your fucking audience, Johnny.
That's what you're here for. Well, go ahead. Why don't you? They left you some comments.
I'm
just going like that.
I fucking Johnny, I can't see.
Hold it on. You can't. Are you blind? I'm not there yet.
Well, here. So.
All right, Jason.
Is Trump the greatest thing that's ever been around?
No, it depends. I think God's using him. That's for sure.
You do.
Trump isn't necessarily the greatest. See here, he's telling you. Look, Trump. You can't read that.
I can read it.
Then read it. He's talking to you.
My vision's not too good.
So then you can't read it.
So.
This is the greatest of the hero. I don't know. All right, let's finish this up. Jason got a little bit in our way on this. Sorry about that.
I got in the way.
You did. I thought you had something good to say, or something funny at least, or an actual rule. I thought you had some more. Don't mind me. I'm just being a dick to him because he's usually a dick.
Or are modern Christians worshiping a version of Jesus created by a die-hard pagan?
Underneath modern Istanbul, the city that Constantine built, until Constantine, some 300 years after the crucifixion, Christianity was essentially an illegal movement. After Constantine, within a few years, a few decades, it would become the official religion of the Roman Empire. The reason why so much of the world today
He's usually not so docile.
The question is, who was he? The religion that he created, is it a religion that Jesus would recognize?
In the 4th century AD, the Roman Empire was divided into 4 major areas. Each region had its own ruler. But when Constantine's father, who ruled the West, died in York, England in the year 306, his army declared Constantine ruler of the entire Roman Empire. This sparked a bloody struggle to determine who would end up emperor. In the year 312,
Yeah, me too. You crack a beer, brother.
General Maxentius, who controlled
No,
the
seriously, the
southern
funny thing
region,
is,
including the city of
usually he's not so docile. Usually he's just a complete prick. But he actually came in here a little docile and a little sweet tonight because he's a little toasted. But usually almost any truther stuff that I try to tell him, oh my god, he is totally on the other side just because. How do you know that? How do you have you proven that? Blah, 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 blah. But, like I said, he's docile tonight.
Their famous struggle for power was depicted 1,200 years later. In the
Now you got...
articles by
No, hold on.
Renaissance
He's just putting a part
Raphael.
through this. But it's going to tell you how they robbed Christianity for what it really is. Give it a couple minutes. Hold on.
And it's these frescoes that tell us the traditional story of how Constantine converted to Christianity.
You know who Constantine was?
But there's a much older work of art that tells a different tale.
You don't?
It's called The Arch of Constantine.
And you thought that was illiterate and stupid.
Here, in the center of Rome,
You don't?
celebrate his victory over Maxentius.
You don't know who... Why would you ask me that?
6 stories high,
You've had to have heard the name.
Constantine's
Or
Arch
something.
was erected just 91 meters from the Colosseum, where Christians were once killed for sport. For fear of damage, the Department of Antiquities in Rome hasn't given anyone permission to examine it up close for more than 30 years.
See, watch this. This is interesting. Hey, there's always... Hold on.
Is the arch behind.
I know you're a little bit new, but I show lots of stuff that I don't agree with, but there are grains of truth. In every great lie, there's a grain of truth. So I will show a lot of stuff that I don't completely believe in. Trust me, I think the History Channel is a fucking 90% crock of shit. But what's coming up is what I want you to see.
Behind me, across from the Colosseum. It's Constantine's victory arch, and on it he sculpted his narrative. The problem is you can't get close to it. In 30 years, no one has. But now, we're going to go up and take a look.
Hey, that's the only trust you should have in.
His quest to decode the arch,
That I don't trust anything that comes from anybody.
Elizabeth Marlowe
I trust what I believe and I can discern
Constantine's arch
through
only from
checking shit out. I want to believe my heart.
Until now, she has never seen them up close.
Oh my God, look at that. That is so fantastic. Look how big they are.
No Christian
From this
symbols.
elevated perspective, Simca can now see how Constantine wanted his victory over Maxentius depicted in stone for all time.
This is amazing. I'm excited
It's
like a
spectacular to be up here.
kid. Everyone should see
Are you
Constantine's arch this way.
It's not gonna hurt.
Constantine's arch depicts the battle between Constantine and
It does.
Maxentius for strategic control
Bad
of the
JJ.
Milvian Bridge, just north of Rome. According to the tradition
Hey,
depicted in
you're
Raphael's
covered in thy
paintings,
neighbor's life.
Constantine's forces were
That's not good,
greatly
bud.
outnumbered.
Not good.
But then, Constantine is said to have had a vision of the cross, followed by a dream of Jesus that changed his life and ours forever. In that moment, Constantine was
Your
said
life
to have
fever's gonna
denounced
suck.
the
You see.
Roman paganism
What's
that
that?
he was
Your life
brought up
fever's gonna
with
suck.
in favor of a
You got a
newfound
few
belief in
comments?
Christianity. He ordered his soldiers to paint
More my
their
fault than
shields and
yours.
banners
Yeah.
with the symbol of the cross and led his army to victory. He then went on to convert.
Okay, but look, here's the thing. Yes, we wrestle against principles and principalities. But guess what? Those morons believe in those principles and those principalities. So guess what? We have to fight the flesh and blood because they're the ones hurting our freaking hurting our children. Look at that. You see that? I love you. Jason, I love you, bro. He thought you were good, bro. He liked it. You got a fan, Jay.
Fucking A, Johnny.
See? Well, that's what I was telling you to read.
Let's go,
That's
bitch.
what I was trying to tell him to read your
Fucking go.
comments. Hold on, I'm wanting to see this really quick.
Guys, people
Get
are
your
interested.
tank full. Get your
Johnny,
tank
my
full.
tank is so fucking full.
Your tank's so
You know
empty, bro.
what's so
It's so
funny, Johnny, you know, I'll tell you something. I mean this.
We can still clearly see the
You
defeated
fucking get
Maxentius
so unwound
drowning
with
in the
this
river
shit, but you know what's so funny?
But is
Because I know your heart, and you are fucking beautiful.
And don't you think
And
if
you
I
are
got a
you-
good heart and maybe I'm trying to find
No,
truth and
no,
spread
you're
it?
beautiful.
Oh
But you
my
know,
God.
It's like you just go so fucking down the rail.
Because it's the truth and nobody sees it. Did they not say he would come and deceive the world? The world's been deceived. I'm trying to open their eyes, mate. Do you know I get a lot of people that come here that don't believe in flat earth and they like what I'm doing, and then boom, I go into flat earth and they start opening their eyes?
From Constantine's reign itself, the Arch of Constantine really being the best.
Heads up, we've detected
immediately following that
copyright audio.
Christianity
Oh, whatever. I've played this video before. Give me a break.
No Christian symbolism anywhere on his
That's my buddy that's here.
Considering his vision, you would think Constantine would be champion.
Oh, he heard what you said to me. He said you're a good man too. Trust me, he's a jerk. No, I love him.
Go, bitch, let's go.
Received a divine vision of Jesus.
Hold on, I want him to see like what they've been written down. Isn't
Winning control of the Roman
keep
Empire
making me talk?
and causing the Western world to become Christian. But was Constantine a true Christian?
Fucking cunt. She's out.
The most important statement we have from him is his triumphal arch in Rome.
Johnny, in a weird way,
Doesn't find a
I really
single
love you.
Christian icon.
Dude, don't get gay on me now.
No, not like in that way. Not like in that way. I'm gonna hold you.
Constantine is
No,
surrounded
but
by
I
pagan
just,
gods.
I just, you know what's so
Has
funny?
anybody ever taken better care of
You,
me?
no, but you know what's so funny, man? You know, I tell you something, and I mean this. Hold on.
Archaeological
And I mean this. Is that, you know what's so funny? And I mean this. I mean this fucking from my gut.
Constantine only adopted
If I'm
Christian
fucking
ideas
in the
to
gutter,
gain favor with Roman soldiers
you'd be the
in both
fucking
his
first guy to
and
jump to get me out.
Maxentius's armies.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember. You want to know how you know that? Because when you were peeing down my leg, I kept hearing you. I kept
That ain't nothing, bro. That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. Because I know your fucking heart, bro.
that. Oh, look at good job, good job.
Fuck
The-
you,
the-
bitch. I'll fucking strike you fucking down.
Do it, dude, do it. Last time you did, you fell out of your wheelchair. I had to pick you up. But no, you got me sidetracked. But so what is crazy about it is, you know, the true things of Christianity is love, is all of this. But they have rewritten it from whether man is trying to rewrite it in ways that to change things or leave books out, like they left the book of Enoch out, or from it being translated so many times from so many different languages. Because languages, you know, if most people aren't fluent. Like they didn't grow up half their life here, half their life there, and they're fluent with every word. They've learned it. So when you know a whole bunch of different languages and you're translating a language from a language, sometimes you're going to get a phrase misunderstood or a word different. And we all know a word or a phrase can change the whole paradigm of what you're reading and the meaning of what you're, trying to, put out there. So I know that, there is no more truth in any book than there is in the Bible.
So you're going to do live stream?
But we are live streaming.
Okay, so fucking play it.
All right, what, you want to go? All right, what do you got? All right, Jason thinks he's got. All right, here we go, people.
Okay. So, what do you think about what's going on with Israel right now?
You mean like what they're doing to Palestine and how they're literally
taking away their lands?
They are taking away their lands. What's even worse than that, they are literally dumping their wastewater all into their fishing water, and they're cutting off their access of where they can get it in and out. So they only have one route to get in and out, and they're just completely poisoning their fishing water. And the parts that they aren't poisoning, they're actually cutting them off from being able to fish there.
The Palestinians?
No. Israel.
Who's cutting
the Israel from the Palestinians?
Who's cutting who off, Johnny?
Israel is cutting off the Palestinians. I've said that 4 times.
No, you said it once. But the thing is, right? So Israel's cutting out Palestinians, so they can't fish, they can't eat, and all that shit. So
you know the excuses that the Israel uses to go after the Palestinians? Like, they say that there's all these people out there, children have been shot, this and that. Yeah, they are doing some stuff. And, usually their best stuff that they have is Molotov cocktails and, some slingshots like David did. And they're sitting there, Israel, on the other side of the fence with their freaking modern weapons shooting these people. I mean, these people are... No, it's not. No, it's not fair. I mean, these people are they have nothing. They're making kites that have little fire bombs trying to go and freaking light their...
So is that fair?
No. Something's wrong. Something's going on. Something isn't right. I'm not there. I can't say I know the full extent.
So you for the Palestinians?
I'm not for the Palestinians or against the Palestinians. I'm for treating people right and being decent and not slaughtering and not taking away people's future, not taking away their land, not making it so their women are starved, not having people come in and knock down your fucking door to raid you and scare the shit and take your fucking kids away. That's the crazy shit that's happening.
You don't know. You're not there.
From a lot of very good sources that I look at, that's pretty much what's going on. It is disgusting. Even the mainstream news will tell you, for the most part, what's going on a little bit, not as dark as it is. Well, hey, he is hey. So are we supposed to hate him? God uses everybody in a certain way, and Trump is helping. He is helping prophecy along by making freaking by doing what he did. Sorry, I'm a little blah blah blah. By fulfilling the prophecy of declaring Israel the promised land. Yes, he is. But you gotta understand, these fuckers, they've already had all the stuff for the temple ready. I mean, this was written 10 years ago in many newspapers where they said they had every stone, everything etched, everything ready to rebuild the temple. And prophecy is coming true. I mean, everything always comes back to the Bible. Everything that I've noticed and any truth thing that I've found that I've come to see that is real, it always goes back to the Bible.
Okay, so how much do you believe in the Bible?
What do you mean? How much do I?
I mean, how much do you believe that the actual Bible is true?
Which part? Old Testament or New Testament?
New Testament.
I think for the most part, a lot of it is true. But here's one thing: is what happened? Like Jason, who did the lion lay down, or who did the? Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Who laid down with the lamb?
I don't know. You tell me.
Okay, 99% of people, whether they're Christian or not, they actually will give you an answer, will say the lion laid down with the lamb, right?
Okay.
But then when you go into the Bible right over there, I even have it open to the page, it tells you that the wolf laid with a lamb. But why would preachers and all of these people remember all that? Something's going on. I'm not saying the Bible wrong, the Bible right, or anything, but something is changing the paradigm. Because you're talking about hundreds of years, if not longer, that people have always known that the lion is laid with the lamb. Even preachers have
What
said
does that
it.
mean? The lion is laid with. So tell me what that means.
Look at the Bible verse.
No, you
But
tell
look,
me.
look, I can't tell you. Look, I'm thinking about a lot of other things, and I'm not reading it. If I read it, I can tell you, but it's over there.
So go ahead and read it.
Just hold on. Will you shut it for 5 seconds? What I'm talking about here is when it's been passed down, and even preachers and everybody's heard this, and then you go and see it, something is changing. Something is different. Yes, most of everything in the Bible is the best truth you're ever going to find, but something is changing. Some paradigm has switched. I don't know what it is. What I have seen come
No hate, no
into
judgment,
future.
No whatever.
So,
Thank you, Timothy. I appreciate your comment. Thank you.
All right,
Because
what
we
else you
shouldn't
got?
be judging, right? Fair?
Okay, I'm gonna say you're completely right, but I've never met anybody that judges more than this guy.
Fuck you.
He's just somewhat docile. That's it. He's had a whole bunch of these. Usually is the most freaking... I'll be in here watching a video or looking at something, and he just comes in just rah, 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 rah. But enough of us bullshitting. Oh, what the hell is that? Don't do that.
So, Timothy, what do you think about Israel and Palestine, Timothy? Do you think the Israelis are treating Palestine fairly? I don't know. Do you?
No, I just said no. I don't think they are. No,
So then you're not for Israel.
No, I'm not saying I. Look, here's the thing is, here's the problem is. Do you know what freaking Jewish people think? They think when their Messiah comes back that they're gonna each have 200 slaves for Christians, Christian slaves, every single one of them. But guess what?
The Jews believe that?
Yes, they do, and they will
Is
tell
that
you
their
that.
religion?
Yes, it is.
Well,
It's
where's
written.
that?
It's written in their book. Here, go ahead. He's responding to you. Go ahead.
So, I think the.
Yeah, he's.
I can't read that shit. So it says, I've had 2 lower trans and drinking beer. I don't judge. Well, Timothy, I don't judge either. I can tell you that.
You're such a liar.
I'm not a liar. I'm fucking.
You judge me?
I'm speaking truth.
You judge me every day.
Not Jews, just followers that should be throughout the land and inhabit the land. Should the Jews inherit all the land, or should they allow the Palestinians to have their land?
I think if you just kicked out all the Zionists, the ones,
What
the
is
fake
Zionists
Jews
versus Jews?
Zionists are people that don't even believe in the Jewish faith, but they use the Jewish faith as, the Holocaust, this and that, to make people feel bad.
Do you think Christians do the same thing here, Johnny?
No.
100%,
No.
bitch.
Then why do we let the Jews run our freaking world? Pretty much.
It's not about us. That's just the
They
fucking
do.
Jews do it.
He's leaving you some comments.
Let's say.
Not Jews. Jesus followers should inhabit the land. Yes, 100%. 100%.
Timothy, should Jesus' followers inhabit the land?
He said Jesus' followers should inhabit the land.
What land is that?
Jerusalem.
Okay, so the Jews already have the fucking land. So what's the fucking matter,
The
Johnny?
Jews, not the Christians.
But the Jews are
Not
fucking
Jews. Jesus followers should inhabit the land.
So the Jews should be gone.
The Zionist Jews, at least. No,
So what the
everybody
fuck is-
should.
what's
All
the
three
difference
religions should
between
be able
Zionist
to.
Jews and Jews.
See, and this is what I deal with, because
Go ahead. Go ahead.
he
Fucking
doesn't
hear it.
even understand the difference of that, and
Sure.
it's like talking to somebody that doesn't understand or hasn't come across flat Earth and actually trying to have a conversation. It's like he hasn't even looked into this one iota to know the difference between a real Jew and a Zionist.
So tell
he
me,
has no idea.
So tell me the difference, Johnny, between a Jew
the Zionists are the
and
one. The
Zionist
Zionists are the Rothschilds that have literally been fucking creating every single war. Did you know over what was it, 1870, something like that? They came up with an idea of 3 world wars to make a new world order. Do you know anything about that? See, and then you just freeze up. See? Do you know anything about that? Are you trying to look? Oh, God. Yeah, we're done with you.
What?
He's coveting another man's wife, so we're done with him.
Coveting me,
you are coveting another man's wife. You are. You totally are. There you go. Here, look, he's talking to you.
What do you say? No, Jason, Jews are Zionists and Jesus followers. So go ahead. Jews. So Timothy, are all Jews Zionists? And what does that mean, Zionist?
Oh my goodness! See, it's.
So I'm an ignorant fuck.
Oy vey.
Of course, no, of course, Kay. So, I mean, do the Palestinians deserve a right to their land? Timothy? Timothy, dude,
give him a chance to finish typing. You gotta wait. You gotta watch.
Timothy, I'm asking, what do you got, Timothy?
Dude, he's probably already told you. What?
Of course, Kay.
There you go. There you go. What more did you need? Shit.
So, okay, with the information you have, Timothy, what do you do with it?
You're so loud.
You coming out, Rebecca?
Yeah, right. Alright, so he answered your question. So what else you got for him?
Fuck, I got nothing.
Is your tank that empty? Hey, come on, I thought you wanted to go. Now you got me needing to bring something up. Alright, 1 second, since this dude's freaking... See, coveting another's wife is what he's doing right now. Yeah, you are. You're coveting another's wife. That's perverted, Jay. That's really perverted, man. Really perverted. Tell him how bad that is to covet another's wife. Come on, Timothy. Come on.
Timothy.
Oh my God. He's like, dude, I'm not answering this crazy guy anymore.
Should I get off?
No, I'm just messing with you. It's fine.
And so that's like somebody saying, "Oh,
huge controversy rising in Virginia."
Shit.
Yeah, we are here at the Silent.
Okay, let's look at somebody calling out fake history.
At the Silent Sam statue. No longer
Nothing like getting fake history called out.
Been torn down. It's the Silent Sam gravesite now in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. And there is a small counter-protest going on among some people, some Silent Sam supporters. This man right here is protesting. He's protesting the injustice that has been done.
Good luck to you. And I'll take care of getting you a print.
Hello, sir. My name is Patrick Howley from BigLeaguePolitics.com. How are you? Can you tell us what you're doing here?
Well, yes, now I'm engaging a lot of folks around here from the north that don't like me standing here in objection to taking down the Confederate cenotaph of Silent Sam. And not only that, but that I am opposed to the fact that they call this integrated military monument racist. Confederate Army
Jason, it's a tough
was an integrated army. When those ladies from the United Memorial Association started building cenotaphs throughout fallen
You're right,
heroes,
brother, it is.
They didn't single out red, yellow, black, white. They did those monuments because it was an integrated monument, integrated military, was for all the Confederate soldiers. Just so happened that these baby boys who in classrooms around here, just like they were in Mississippi, sitting in their classroom, studying. William Test Sherman came here with Ulysses S. Grant and his boys with General Order Number 200 to take the theater of war to the innocent old men, women, and children, rape them, rob them, kill them, steal, murder, plunder, and there shall never be an accounting for what we do. Right. These baby boys saw that happen, and they knew that the men were awake. They got up in honor and joined in the Confederate Army to stop the carnage that was taking place in the South End of America. Yeah. Not only just the white folks, but the black folks too.
He says
you
he's
think
a
the
Jason
Union Army
follower.
came in and said, let's put extras on the black folks' door, let's not do that to them. They raped our women. They stole our food.
He's
they
not paying
plundered. They
attention.
killed.
He's coveting another's wife right
All
now.
kinds of things. When Black History Month comes around here, these babies around here don't know anything about Levi Carnine and Hope Collier and Horace King, the bridge builder. And when General Robert E. Lee needed the bridge to be built, he called on Horace King, the same man who built the Spire Staircase in Columbia, in the capital of Montgomery, a black Confederate soldier. He don't talk about Hope Collier, the same man, one of the most tenacious black soldiers there was. When Theodore Roosevelt came through here after the war on a bear hunt. And the first day they couldn't find a bear. That night, Levi Carnine, Hope Collier went out, caught a bear, tied it to a tree, told the president to shoot it. He said, I can't shoot that bear. Folks will talk about me. But you know how men gossip anyway, and they told. And people start sending him bears from all across the country. That's how we got the word teddy bear, because of a black
Oh, I should have pulled these
the
up.
first black man to be acquitted of killing a white man in Mississippi, Hope Collier. They don't talk about James
Glad
Harris,
you found me too,
a
bro.
former slave who got up out of his bed in Mississippi.
Trying to throw some truth right
state
here.
senator and gave the deciding vote to build a Confederate soldiers monument. They don't talk about these kinds of things. They're just totally rebel-like business. Why they submit to General Robert E. Lee?
My friend, can I ask your name?
My name is H.K. Anderson.
Yeah, go ahead.
H.K. Anderson.
It's your time.
Now, did you know that a current professor here at the University of North Carolina, Dwayne Dixon, led the rally that tore this thing down? What do you have to say to the University of North Carolina for
Yeah, go ahead.
appointing Dwayne
They ought
Dixon?
to fire. It was an illegal act. It's just the thing about Southern folks. We believe in the Constitution of the United States of America, and we believe in the rule of law. You can't come down here and snatch down a monument. We got a monument protection bill here in the state of North Carolina. What these thugs did was illegal. How can I champion anybody who put their hands on that monument and drug it down?
Damn right, bro. Damn right.
There's a process. One man said, well, it took too long. Yeah. I don't care if it take another 100 years. There is a process. There is a process.
Yeah,
It's called
sometimes he's a nice guy.
the same thing that happened
Tonight
around
was a good
here
night.
when Abraham Lincoln sent those 300 men here illegally to Fort Sumter. Right. There's a rule of law. You couldn't do that.
I do got a pen
wasn't
handy,
in
though.
session.
What's
you
up?
can't declare law upon the South Land of America. Southern people believe in the Constitution of the United States. And I will tell you this. What is happening in our country, man, would you please get that out behind me?
Yeah, look at that rod. Like, how disrespectful
I
is
don't like you standing
that?
behind me with your sign. There's a rule of law.
Trying to do an interview. Have some damn
Southern
respect, you little fucking millennial.
You can stand here with your flag. I can stand here with my flag.
You can stand there and protest.
Southern people, but don't keep that. Don't put it on my head. I don't want that thing up on top of my head. I feel uncomfortable with it on my head. She can stand there all she wants to.
Get out of
Keep
his
that thing
personal
off my head.
space.
Southern
That's a safe
people believe
space, bitch.
in the rule of law and the Constitution of the United States of America. Things that are happening in our when you eliminate the Confederacy and the history behind the Confederacy and this flag, you eliminate the people who stood behind the Constitution. Most who wrote it. Yep. And it's the kind of things that's happening in this country today with George Soros and all the folks that he brought coming here. The kinds of things
Hey, it
he
never
brought to
showed
our
up
government and to
on
our
my
president
end.
and to our people.
All I got was you got a
That's
pen
Empire
handy.
Southern.
So if you
Empire
did do it,
American.
they do block some of
Southern people are the
my
most,
messages and they
probably the
took
most
people off.
patriotic people in the whole country.
So,
look at the volunteer army.
yeah, I
Who
didn't
make
get
up
your
that
number.
volunteer army? Southern vote. World War II.
That's kind of
The Yankees
weird.
call on the Southern people. You bring your flag. You bring your. We're gonna give you a uniform. The
Got it.
Dixie Defenders. Right out of Fort Jackson, South Carolina.
Got it.
Hey, nobody talk about that. The Korean War was the United Nations conflict. Now you bringing
Alright, give me a
bodies back
second
from
so I can
Korea,
erase
but you
this
don't
really
want to
quick.
have a
I think I
Confederate
can.
honor guard. Why? Those soldiers in the United States Army couldn't fly the Stars and Stripes. That's what they blew. First. You better believe it. See? There are very bad things happening to Southern people. Very bad things. When it comes to the South Land of America, we just do anything we want to do. It don't make any difference. Y'all just take it. That's the bottom line, the way this thing has been run. always bashing the Christian white folks in the Southland of America.
I figured you did it in 3 years or whatever, but yeah, if you want your number up, that's cool. But I deleted it, so Joe Schmo doesn't freaking get it.
God bless you.
Damn.
Thank you so much. Absolutely, I do. He's a good man.
Thank you, sir.
Look at what's happening over here now. Look at the employment in the black neighborhood.
Yep.
Where has it ever been?
Not
I
a problem,
know
brother.
young black boys who couldn't even hardly read or write in apprenticeship program, making $20 an hour. How can I not support President Trump? Look at the GDP. Yeah, Atlanta boy. I told folks while he was running that he reminded me of a man that walked into a temple and kicked over the table of the money table. Yes, I support him. Yes, I do.
You want me to let Jason have it?
I was a minister. Yes, I am a Christian.
Where are you from?
Asheville, North Carolina.
What's that?
You know, all those ministers who run up into the church and talk down on the southern white folks and talk down on this flag. Where do you think they learned about Jesus Christ? Plantations all across the Southland of America.
Dude, she's reaching. She's monkey branching you, dude.
Monkey branching?
Not monkey branching. That's a different thing. Sorry.
In the Southland of America.
But yeah, dude.
Wow. HK, thank you so much.
Thank you for stopping and taking the time to
God
talk
bless
to
you.
me. God bless you too.
I'd say stay away from that.
Wow, that is HK Edgar 10, a very, very good, brave man coming here and taking a stand for Silent Sam. Dwayne Dixon, the current University of North Carolina professor, who we are filing charges against
Here's a
today
good one.
for assaulting
Alright,
me.
I told you I'd do this, and I haven't yet.
That led to the downfall of
So yeah, that guy's awesome. Alright, I said you I'd do this.
Epistemological transformations, that is, how people shift their ways of thinking, being, and feeling. Hello and welcome. This presentation is the extended version.
Hell yeah, Jason can have it. That son of a gun is alright by me. That's what he said. And you're, look at you got somebody responding to you. But it's alright, he's covered another's life. But I told him what he said. There's his number if you ever want to give him a call.
From a bundle.
He was like that. I deleted his number so other people would get it. And I'm like, well, I got rid of that. And he's like, yeah, it was just for you. And I'm like, oh, don't give Jason that. And he's like, no, he's all right, man. I'm gonna give it to him.
Some of its key proponents. And I'm working towards a study of epistemological transformations. That is,
He sprung on pussy from 25 years ago.
being and feeling.
And she's texting him while her husband's asleep. And, you know, he's not keeping it 100. Hey, you know what? If she's stupid enough to be acting like that, you know what? I want you to not tell her. And see how far you can take it, and see what happens when she meets up with you. Just to be a dick.
Concordance and discordance.
Sorry.
Epistemological harmonics. And how discordance leads to a creative resolution that we can look at as growth and transformation. Epistemology here is simply a way of being and knowing. Everyone has their own way of thinking.
What? It's been about a year.
They follow a particular orthodoxy.
Oh, it's been only 7 months. Feels like you've been gone forever, bud.
Miss me?
Of course I miss you. You talk that shit.
Experiences and narratives of Flatter's proponents are prime
How much
examples
you
of
made it
epistemological
easier when I'm
transformations
having
and
a
their
conversation
social
with somebody
and personal
that
consequences.
disagrees
Like
with me for me to stay calm
I am
and
concerned
let
with
them flip
changes in
out. I
basic
mean, people get really
epistemology,
angry when you tell them
character,
they're
self, and
It's
so
like,
on.
why are you getting so angry?
Quoting him
I don't get, dude,
here
I
from
have to deal with your
1979,
questioning
page
and your
143.
poking for years
In a
about shit.
nutshell,
So you made me grow a thick skin to people's areas.
linked concepts.
But yeah, I do
What was
miss
that?
your
What was
shit.
that? The thin paint?
Yeah, you got some paint.
You know what's funny, Johnny, is that you make me. You know, this is what's so funny about
You tell me I make you a better person, I'm gonna burn you in the fucking eye with a cigarette.
you don't make me a better person. You make me so angry sometimes. But the funny thing is, and this, and I mean this from my fucking heart.
Oh god.
You're fucking, I love you.
Well, that's alright.
I love you.
Okay, well, I've known you for like
7
almost
years.
a decade, close to a decade. It's hard not to care about it.
You're this.
What I call a state of epistemological discordance
You're just
that
a
may
solid
lead
dude.
to epistemological
And I mean,
growth
you're whacked
and
now
transformation.
with all your shit, and like 6 months later, coming back, you're even more whacked. So I understand. And so,
Not whack, dude. It's my mind has been open, dude. I see the truth. I see the lies of
kind of
the world.
fucking
Yeah. It's not that I'm whack, dude. I see the lines of the world, man.
We're vibrating in ways that reflect how we think.
Sorry.
So this resonance, like
I
this
have to know that you're all.
is the sounds of our souls when they meet and engage. To engage in an abduction is to describe some event or thing and then look around the world for other cases to fit the same rules that we divide for our description.
Like, I dig you guys. I see. No hate, love, y'all.
Drawn to deception because you have a way of thinking about the
He's
world.
coveting a person's life.
Analyze
Still.
critically and reflexively, and you go around finding phenomena that fit your description. So why am I looking at flat Earth? The flat Earth has had incredible growth, popular interest, and this is a graphic from 2010.
Okay, here's one thing I gotta say. I don't know if he says this, but here's one thing is nobody becomes a flat earther and ever goes back to the globe. And that's like, seriously, we're growing. We're about 5% of the population. That's why even Google is and all that bullshit, Facebook, fucking blah, 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 fucking YouTube. They're banning and they're shadow banning people that are talking about flat earth because flat earth movement is growing. It means when you used to be able to put a video out and it would go out and everybody could see it, all of a sudden they make a lot less people be able to see it. And even worse than that, what they do is when people subscribe to you and they click on the bell or just whatever, they're supposed to get your notifications. They make it so people don't get fucking, they make it so they don't get your notifications when you're putting out videos. They do everything they can to make it to where people almost have to go look and find you instead of it just coming to their stuff like it's supposed to. So that's shadow banning, bud. Not like he fucking listens.
From Google Trends, comparing flat Earth with anthropology on YouTube. And here we see that anthropology barely exists in contrast to flat Earth on YouTube since the flat Earth started booming.
Turn it off.
2015.
This
graph.
He's calling me. He didn't say to call him. Oh my
god.
Timothy.
How you doing, Timothy? You doing good?
I didn't know he was gonna call you right now, bro.
What's up, buddy? Good, man.
And then in 2015, 2016, flat Earth just basically boomed.
Take your cigarette, bro.
Worldwide web searches.
Oh my god.
And the red.
Yeah, I will find my cigarette. Oh, here it is on the back porch.
Knock it out, brother.
How y'all are?
How you doing, man?
Oh, not bad. Not bad.
Good, man.
Pretty good. Working on my last cigarette, so it's going to be rough in the morning.
That's the last one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's never fun.
Shit, man. You never want to be working from your last cigarette, Timothy.
Well, dude, I got a fire pit out back. I'll go dig in that son of a bitch. I'm sure I can find about a half a cigarette or something.
Nice.
I'll strike out the fucking fire pit.
Yeah, the one thing I like about when it's warm, you can always go, if you're really dying, find a part of a cigarette. But man, it sure sucks once it gets cold and rainy. Because even if it doesn't fucking even if it doesn't get wet on your cigarette, the moisture in the air in the morning destroys it.
It does.
And you're like, fuck! It was almost a whole cigarette.
But hey, here in Kansas, it's supposed to rain all weekend. So it's supposed to start raining sometime soon and rain all weekend.
We ain't got no rain fucking here. We're in Cali, everything's burning.
What's the temperature like there, Timothy?
I'm gonna look. I'm really good at this, Jason. It's about 68. About 68. Real light air, not heavy, not dense. It's not real humid. About 68 right now.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it always amazes me. What I laugh about is I get very few subs that are in California, and I'll have a lot of people though that are like, you know, in the Midwest or, you know, in the East, or a lot of people in freaking Europe. I mean, you know, I've had, you know, mainly the UK, a lot of it, but you know, a lot of from Belgium, you know, all different places. But seriously, it's really weird. I get a lot of people that are over from the UK or, you know, way far in the country. It's like never anybody in California for the most part.
Well,
that's why I ask how people find me a lot.
Well, you got a pretty good channel, and you live stream, so that's a big thing.
Cool.
And you're talking about real shit, truth stuff, and that is a big deal. So
yeah,
that's where we find you.
Yeah, most people don't want to hear it, and especially the flat earth shit. People have a real hard time with that, and you know, I usually sometimes go on about flat earth a whole bunch, and then sometimes not even on purpose. I don't really talk about the topic, you know, for a while, and then some new people get on, and then all of a sudden the flat earth comes up, and you have most of the people that are on going, yeah, this, that, da, da, and then you have one or two people that are like, wait, you guys think the earth is flat? And then all of a sudden they get red pilled a little bit right there, because they're like, I've been following and talking with you guys for a couple days, a couple nights, whatever it is. Really, you know, everything that we've been talking about, I believe in too, and it's truth. And then all of a sudden the flat earth comes up, and they're like, wait, if I agree with everything that you're saying, then all of a sudden you blow my mind with something like that. You know what I mean? If anybody else came to them with it, they would laugh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. So, not too long ago, well, I broke my ankle out in the oil field, so I ain't worked in about 2 years.
Oh fuck!
I'm still trying to get my ankle healed, and but before that, I was paying child support, making about $90 every 2 weeks.
Ooh. Oh, that fucking hurts.
But I was living with my mother and her husband at the time. And so I was doing that thing, and I was like totally content. I was like, okay, make $90 every 2 weeks, paying child support and all this. And whenever I came out as a flat earther, like you're saying, yes, it is tough. People are like, are you stupid? Are you fucking dumb? And I'm like, well, have you done any research, dumbass? Don't call me a dumbass.
Yep.
You guys have, from 3 years old, you guys have took a globe and said, that's my truth. Okie doke. Okay, that's your truth. Okay? And that was my truth for many years.
30 years of my life.
I love it. I started learning that it's not that way.
And it all leads back to the Bible. I mean, the Bible tells you he made the firmament. He separated the waters from the waters. The earth is immovable. You know, it's
Genesis, brother.
It's right there, dude. It's the first fucking chapter, you know, but nobody, it's like,
Genesis.
And you know what's even more horrible is when you have the people that, you know, that you care about that are Christians, you might go to church with, or you might whatever, and you can't, why can't you just move your phone over there? But no, you want to tell them about it, and they look at you like you're crazy, and you're like, if you're a Christian and you say you read your Bible, you should have learned this, and if you didn't, me telling you this should make you want to go learn and look at your Bible, and you know,
absolutely.
But it doesn't, because people, it is a proven scientific fact that it is easier to tell somebody a lie.
Our God set the earth upon its pillars. He put a firmament above it to separate the waters from the waters. All that. I'm preaching to the choir. I know you know what I'm saying, but
Jason doesn't though. Jason, he is not a flat earther. He thinks I'm the craziest person in the world. He's not a flat earther.
People don't understand it. And
he's listening though to you. He doesn't listen to me. He's listening to you. So you keep going.
Very good. Let me say this to you: is that here's what really baffles me about the whole subject, and because I'm versed in it. Let me say this: is that
red pilling, bro?
You know, people say, "Oh my God, you're a flat earther. You are crazy. You're a dumb son of a bitch." And I say, "Okay, all right, that's fine." Well, that's what I put my faith in. I put my faith in Jesus Christ and God.
But hey, you're so strong, and it's hard to take that flack. And that's why God hardened us and everything He did in our lives, so that we could stand up to this flack. I had to butt in. Sorry.
He's done so much for me. But let me just say that, okay, I'm a complete dumbass. I believe in that flat Earth, and I believe that it's flat, and I believe that God fixed it on its pillars and all this, and that takes faith, right? Faith for Jesus Christ, faith for my God. Here's what baffles me, is that people take scientists from 500 years ago and say, you know what? They said 500 years ago, they said, no, it's a ball. It's a ball. We live on a ball. And there's this thing called gravity. And it's crazy, but, you know, we can't prove it, but we believe it. It's gravity. So you want to put your faith into man. But it's beyond you to put your faith into Jesus Christ and God.
Are you still watching the video, or were you on your phone watching the video? Can you see me?
I'm not watching the video now.
Oh, okay. I was giving you a thumbs up. Sorry. I just want to know. Go ahead, Tom. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's all right. I just, it's so easy for people to put faith into man. Like, you can put faith into what man tells you. You can put faith into that man tells you that it's a ball. You can put faith into him. But you can't put faith into Jesus Christ whenever he tells you no. It's fixed and set on its pillars, and there's a firmament above. And
so Timothy, can I ask you a question?
Sure. Please.
So, what if somebody like myself who believes the earth is round, okay?
Okay.
So, and I believe in Jesus Christ and I believe in God, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
You're halfway there.
So how is it that I am wrong? And,
right. I understand what you're saying.
You know,
I already got you. Yeah. No matter if it's round or flat, but you're still you still believe in Jesus Christ and everything. I understand what you're saying. Our Bible tells us that the earth is fixed on its pillars. It is immovable. It is not that the stars move around us. The sun, the moon moves around us. Okay?
So are you saying that we are the center, Timothy?
Here, let me just crack him down really quick on this, really quick. Timothy.
Absolutely, I'm saying we are the center of the earth. Yes, sir.
Okay, Jason, this is how we know we're the center of everything. Look, you know the North Star, it always stays in the same place, right?
Okay.
So they tell us that we're spinning through, where the Earth is spinning 1,000 miles an hour, around a sun that's spinning 10,000 miles an hour, around in a galaxy that's going 60,000 miles an hour, in a Milky Way that's going 660 something freaking miles around an hour. Okay. So we look like this.
No, hang on.
Hold on.
Not going 660 something. 666.
Well, no. What I've heard is if you add them all together, and that's the funniest thing. Just like the Apple computer, taking a bite out of what we're not supposed to. Yep. They sold the first computer for $666.66. And, but the thing is, they're telling us that, here's my fist that is the sun, and there's all this shit going through it as we're going through all of this, when no matter what, that North Star stays in the same space, in the same spot. And every year, the stars come back and restart in the same place, and they've been doing it for hundreds of years, if not thousands of years, if not tens of thousands of years. So think about that. If we're going through this crazy thing, what is more believable? That everything came from something smaller than an atom, blew up into everything. I mean, literally, it blew up into everything and made all these planets and all these stars that is continuously growing, Or does it make more sense? And then, hey, that we evolved, that we fucking came from goo. We turned into a single cell. Hold on. Let me finish. We turned into a single cell organism, turned into a fish, turned into something that grew legs and grew gills, and turned into human. Or does it make more sense that if you believe in God and you believe in the Bible and he separated the waters from the waters, and made. He separated. It's in Genesis. Read your Bible, brother. I have plenty. Would you like me to give you one? I give them out to the homeless. You're kind of homeless. No, I'm just joking. No, but no, it is. What's more easy to believe? Even if you look at it mathematically, it is mathematically impossible. It is like taking an encyclopedia and dropping it through a helicopter at 10,000 feet, and it all shredding into millions of pieces and landing back down on the ground, perfectly put back together, as if the chances of what they say how old the Bible is, or not the Bible, how old we've been here and the earth has been here, for DNA to multiply into what we are.
It's ridiculous.
Dude, there's not enough zeros in the space that they say there is.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
So, Timothy, can I ask you a question?
Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm listening.
Can I ask you a question, Timothy?
Please, anything.
Okay. So, do you ever sometimes think maybe you could be wrong?
No. Sorry, I can't say that for you.
I spent all of my life thinking I was wrong. I spent all of my life ascribing to what my teachers told me, and I spent all of my life thinking that it's a ball and I'm insignificant and I don't mean shit. It just, there's a big bang, and it went ba-boom, and my ancestors come from amoeba, and I was a monkey at one time, and now here I am. Oh, now I'm intelligent. I've got intelligent thinking. I've spent all my life thinking that, okay? Up until about 2013, and I started realizing that, oh, you know what? Well, always in the back of my head, I always had that feeling that I actually am for something. I'm not for nothing. I am for something.
100%.
So, go ahead.
No, 100%.
What he doesn't understand because he's never given it a chance, and I think you're making him give it a chance. And hey, seriously, I hope he remembers this. But no, I'm serious. Like he's ridiculed me completely. And seriously, what is so funny is
let me just.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Let me just say this, please. Let me just say this: is that if I were going to construct, if I were the one in charge, and I was the Illuminati, and I was the top of the, and I'm the one in charge, I would want to create a reality that everybody could hopefully subscribe to, and I would want to make it as pleasurable as possible, but at the same time letting them know that they ain't worth shit. I would want to do that. And they've done a really good job of it. I mean, they've done a really good job.
Have you ever seen the good...
Who's they, Timothy? Who's they have done a really good job of that?
Who's they?
He doesn't get him.
Well, they are mainly Freemasons. They are the Brotherhood. They are everybody that wants to. Okay, let me ask you this: if I told you, if I said, "Hey, bud, would you like all the money in the world? Could I give you this mountain? Could I give you this nation? Could I give you, if I could give you it all? But you have to propagate a lie. Everything you ever want to, but you have to propagate a lie and get your followers to propagate a lie.
What's the lie? What's the lie?
Everything in the world. Would you do it?
What's the lie?
The lie is where we come from, what we are on, and you have a piece of paper that says it's legal tender. I don't care where you come from, it's legal tender, and that legal tender is worth something. But it's worth nothing, is it? I mean, really, if you were trying to live off the land, is that paper worth anything? It's really not.
You're 100% right. You're totally right.
Okay. All right. So we're on the same page a little bit.
Sure.
It's a big old conspiracy lie, man. It's just, and what does that change? What does that change? Well,
Nothing.
Not much. I've got to still continue to get these legal tender pieces of paper. I've still got to take care of my family.
Right.
I've still got to try to pay my bills. I've still got to do all that. And I still do.
With the legal tender, right?
Legal tender?
Yes, with
that
the
paper that they say has value, which can be burnt.
Correct.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay. So what's your point?
My point is that so what does that have to do with the Earth being flat versus the Earth being round?
Oh, fair enough.
He's getting into the Satanism. Hey, hold on. Jason, just so you know, it's a little hard not to get off because everything is connected. So he kind of went off into here. I'm gonna leave your phone here.
It's okay. I didn't get off on a tangent. He asked a very legitimate.
No, but yeah, he forgot what he forgot what he asked and how it went. I'm just laughing. He's sitting there taking a piss with his catheter. My goodness, that was too freaking hilarious. All right, well, it usually ends up kicking this off after about 3 hours anyway, so I'm sure you guys are sick of listening to me if you're still here. Love you all.